if you played Dungeons and Dragons, but none of the players had any idea what characters they were playing because all those characters had amnesia. How would that work? Would that work? We're going to find out today. I am Luke Westaway, the Dungeon Master for today's Oxventure, and I am joined by these three heroes who are just sort of vague question marks to me at the moment. But please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm the first question mark. I'm Jane. Hi.
Hi, I'm Mike, and it sounds a lot like how I normally play D&D. No idea what my character is or can do.
No, because this time someone will have thought very hard about your character.
That's a good point.
Someone has thought very hard about your character. And I'm Andy, and I will be playing a guy with amnesia.
Okay, so a little bit of housekeeping. So the way this works is we have these character sheets. They are covered, as you can see, in gold.
Precious gold.
Precious, real gold.
24 carats.
We really blew the budget this
We
time.
did. There'll be no more Oxventure this year.
Yeah, so we have one fewer cameraman.
So on here, as you can see, everything is sort of blanked out with scratch cards. Your characters each have 6 abilities here, marked here, which remain secret until you scratch them off.
If we get 3 abilities in a row, do we win a cash prize or?
Yeah, if you get 3 diamonds.
Yeah, but it's like £3.70.
Yeah, it's just the price of another scratch card, another character sheet. So when you scratch an ability off, that ability, whatever it is put into effect. Now, this sort of way of playing D&D isn't very compatible with things like spell slots and some of the other mechanics of D&D, so I've basically deleted spell slots and like some other things like some class traits, reactions, things like that, because they just don't really work with not knowing who your character is. So instead, all these abilities / spells, when you scratch one off, it works, and then you can use it one more time. Now, and do try and scratch them off, because it is how your character is going to be treated to little recollections that might start to give you clues as to who and what you're all about. Okay, so I'll hand these out.
Are they random, or do you know who's getting which character?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? That looks like a shuffle to me.
Okay, Jane, why don't you have this one?
Thank you.
Would you pass that one to Mike?
I will.
Thank you.
And here's one for Andy.
Character sheet.
Thank you.
Are we ready to begin?
Yes.
You all wake up in a small room. The character played by Jane, you were the first to awake. Harsh light pours in through a small, filthy window. You're on an uncomfortable bed, fully clothed, with 2 strangers who are also fully clothed. Your head feels like it might Same bed.
Okay.
Your head feels like it might just split open as you are assaulted by the sounds and particularly the smells of a bustling city outside, perhaps a less salubrious part of it, judging by the sounds of market calls and general hubbub.
I know this hangover.
Opposite the bed, a crooked mirror hangs lopsidedly off the wall, and you get a glimpse at yourself. You're a dwarf with shoulder-length black hair that probably was in a nice braid at some point. You are dressed in colourful silks, as are the other 2 on the bed. Your nose and mouth are smeared with dried blood. You do not recognise yourself. As you try and gather your thoughts, the other 2 stir. We have the character played by Mike. The bed groans as you sit up. Your hulking 8-foot form suddenly casts a long shadow in the room.
This is a big bed.
Yeah.
We're talking like emperor size.
We're all sort of stacked up, I imagine. We're kind of like in a tangled, like a rat king, kind of
Okay.
tangle of limbs. You see in the mirror a muscular Goliath. Descended from giants, your stone grey skin is loosely draped in fine white silk and a large fur cape. And finally, the character who is played by Andy, of medium build. You are a human with short cropped hair, clumsily cut. There are a few tattoos up and down your arms, and you are wearing brown silk garments. Patting yourselves down, you all find that your pockets are empty. You stare blankly at each other, and perhaps the first order of business is figuring out something to call each other. So we have functioning names as we go along.
Who are you people? Where are we?
I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah, me either. That's weird. I'm patting down my pockets. There's nothing in any of them. I'm in brown silk, white silk. What was the...
I don't think I said, but let's say it would be navy blue.
Okay.
You got blood on your face. Have I
you?
got blood on my face?
Yeah. Mirror.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
Do
got
we
blood on my
also
face.
have blood on our faces?
No, actually, just the character played by
right.
Jane.
Oh, okay. Take that back.
Maybe one of us just elbowed you in the night, like by
One of
accident.
us, yeah, I can guess which one.
Does it appear to be my blood? Do I have
Is it like nosebleed?
cuts in
or is it-
correspondence to the blood?
Good question. Make me a history check.
Oh, okay. Right, so I'm gonna have to scratch off.
Scratch.
Well, history to see if I have that.
Yep.
And
Intelligence.
Let's call this. Yeah.
all right. Do I have? Oh, scratch. First scratch. History. Ooh, +7.
Whoa!
Whoa.
So historical.
Okay.
Some kind of nerd.
You got some kind of dork in the bed.
All right. I'm feeling extremely historical. And very intelligent. 18 intelligence.
Whoa.
So how did I end up here in this mess?
You tell us, smarty
Let's
pants.
find out.
Maybe this is what smart people do.
Okay, 17.
17. It's your blood.
Oh,
Um,
I feel like it's mine. I taste it. Yeah, that's mine.
That's
With that roll, you should be able to tell what blood type it is, what you had to eat the last few days.
O negative.
It's an O-ning.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel from your nose isn't broken, but it's unbelievably tender.
Okay.
So you took some kind of hard blow to the middle of the face, which explains the blood, and
Okay.
yeah. So that's what's going on there. Have you figured out what to call each other?
Well, we're all in different colours. We could be brown, white, and blue, or
Yeah.
It'll do for now.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Andy, for the time being, we'll call you Mr. Brown. Mike will call you.
Ding, ding, ding.
We'll call you. What were you?
Mr. White.
Mr. White. And Jane, you can be Ms. Blue. As you all stare about, suddenly all of your heads hurt painfully. Oh, what's that? Because there is a an incredibly loud and painful thumping on the rickety wooden door.
Hello? Who's there?
Let me in, it's the landlord. It's checking out time. It's time for you to leave.
Oh, okay. I look around the room. Are there any belongings or anything that we need to take with us?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the bill's settled, right?
Yeah, the bill's settled,
Oh.
he says. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll open the door then if we don't have to.
Yeah, sure. You open the door. There is a thick-set man there. He has a wide, dangerous-looking jaw covered in thick stubble. His fingernails are dirty. His apron is stained. He generally looks sort of quite messy and unkempt, except for one thing. Poking from the pocket of his apron, you see a little triangle, a point of clean white paper. Right, get out.
Just before we go, sorry, do you remember us checking in yesterday?
Yes, of course I do. I checked you all in.
Okay, can you sort of tell us how we were, how we got here? We're all having trouble remembering what we were up to
Look,
yesterday.
I'm very busy today. I have many customers. This is a very popular and highly esteemed establishment. I'd appreciate it if you could clear off. The bill is settled. I'm sure more customers will be along soon.
Okay,
I'd like to scurry off while you're talking and see if I can get to reception and check the ledger,
Oh, okay.
if there is a ledger.
Okay, and while I'm talking to him, I'd like to try and just get at that paper.
Love it. Okay. Yeah, let's make it. So you want to try and scurry off? Shall we
Scurry.
does it feel like a stealth check to you?
Yeah.
Checking
I'm
the
only
ledger's
little.
not going to be difficult. Yeah.
I'm below the eye line.
Let's make it a stealth. Yeah, dex stealth check and sleight of hand, please.
I'm scratching for dexterity.
Dexterity as well?
Scratch. Mm-hmm. I am not very dexterous. -1 dexterity. And I don't have a good feeling about my stealth.
A clumsy, clever clogs.
Oh, I'm not stealthy
Okay,
either.
I'm pretty
-1
dexterous.
stealth.
I got 16 dexterity, which is a +3, and sleight of hand.
You can have my stealth roll. 7.
Okay.
Whoa, +9, sleight of hand.
Wow!
That's a natural one.
Oh.
Okay. As you go to filch the piece of paper from the pocket, your fingers kind of flex in a practiced way. This feels like something that you are very, very good at. In fact, you have your fingers on the corner of this paper and you are just expertly sliding it out without the landlord noticing, when all of a sudden, unexpectedly, he turns because he hears the clatter of Miss Blue sort of into there's a little, like by the bed, a little side table or something, and you just sort of like stumble into that. And he looks down and sees your hand and he's just going to grab it. Like, oh, a thief, are you?
Can I grab his hand?
Sure. Sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Let me scratch off first and work out what I'm adding to it.
How strong are you?
Oh, I'm strong. I'm a strong boy. That is 17 in strength. It's a +3. And I rolled a 16, so that's 19.
19. Okay, should we call this a grapple? It sounds like you've probably definitely won, but just for form's sake, okay. That's a 13, which isn't too bad normally, but yeah, you're grabbing
He's got
his hand.
your hand, or wrist, and I've got his wrist, so we're in a sort of chain.
And now I'll use my other hand to get the paper.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll say you don't need to roll for that, but he is going to try and swipe it. I think he's probably going to think that he's being attacked. Thieves! I knew your sort weren't to be trusted. And yeah, he's going to take a swing, probably not at you, Mr. White, because of
Enormous 8-foot Mr. White.
But yeah, I think he's definitely going to try and sort of clock
with his free hand.
you, Mr. Brown. Yeah, with his.
Which is presumably not his dominant hand, because he will have used his dominant hand to try and grab.
Well argued. We'll do this at disadvantage.
Yes.
What's your armor class,
Good question. Let's find out.
Brown?
Scratch.
Scratch.
13.
Oh.
13. Okay. That beats a natural 1.
It does.
You don't say.
Yeah. So
Indeed.
yeah, he swings and misses.
And punches himself in the face.
Yeah, and
Uppercuts himself.
well, let's say he hits that mirror on the wall. It smashes, and he's now bleeding freely from the hand. But things are quickly escalating into violence. Should we roll initiative just to cover this off? Yeah.
Let's find out what our initiatives are.
Yeah.
Scratch.
All those who want to join. I mean, I feel like you two, Brown and White, you are in this combat, but Ms. Blue, if you don't have to join this combat if you don't want to.
Well, I've scratched off my initiative now, so I feel
back down
I
the-
feel like I volunteered for this.
It would be a shame not to then. Yeah.
You'll have heard the commotion.
Yeah,
My initiative is +0,
Okay.
and I rolled a 17.
Okay.
8.
I've got +3 and I rolled a 10, so 13.
Okie dokie. That means you are up first, Mr. White.
Great.
What are you going to do?
Well, we all know what we're here for. I'm going to scratch off one of my skills, abilities, spells, etc.
Yep. Go on then.
Just going to pick one at random.
Sure.
This one.
And this is just going to fire automatically.
This is going to happen.
Whatever it is.
This is going to happen.
Shadow Portal.
Oh,
And we're all quite close to each other.
okay.
You create
sounds-
a door in the nearest wall, cliff, tree, or similar. There's lots of walls around here.
Yep.
And what does it do? Where does it
Hold
lead?
on. I'm scratching as furiously as I can. And it is immediately bound to a similar door up to 200 feet away. Oh, that seems handy.
Okay. A randomly placed similar door?
Well, I mean, it must be on a wall or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where anything is because I didn't even look out the window. Unless I was, as I stood up from the bed, tall enough to see through the window. But
I think you're probably tall enough to see through a window. You're very tall. You're like 8 feet tall.
once the door is conjured, you can take actions normally to open and pass through the near portal, which immediately teleports you to the distant portal. Other creatures may do the same while the spell is active.
Okay.
Shove him through.
Well, let's say that you feel a flash of anger as this fight kicks off, and from somewhere inside you that you don't really understand, you sort of instinctively conjure a spell. We'll say that the first door is just placed in the wall next to you in this sort of small room. This glowing odd portal, and you can place the other one wherever you like. Where do you think it should go?
Well, I mean, you said there was a bustling sort of street outside.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
the details of the street, but I I'd assume I'd have seen a wall of some sort.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, just whatever wall I saw out in the street.
Sure. Ground level or a few stories up?
I don't want to kill the guy. I don't know if I want to kill the guy. So let's stick with ground level at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
Was there anything enclosed that we could put him into so he can't come running back?
Well, I think it would give us enough time to escape, won't it? Probably, if he suddenly finds himself out in the street.
Yeah, but if you do it inside a locked cupboard, it'll give us longer to get away.
Well, I don't know. Is there anything enclosed out in the street?
Out in the street, I think you probably don't know. There's a sort of cupboard in here. It doesn't look particularly locked, reinforced or anything, but there is one.
Okay. Yeah, put him in the cupboard then, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Cool.
Fine.
Well, so you've portaled him from where you are to the cupboard.
In the wardrobe in the room.
The wardrobe.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. We'll say that this is all one action. I think that's fair. It's
Under
like
the door, shove him through it.
push. Yeah. You push him through. He is still holding on to you, Mr. Brown. I'll just make a roll to see if he can sort of take you into the cupboard with him.
Okay.
Let's call this a grapple. You can make a strength or athletics check. It's your choice.
Like a saving throw type thing. Or...
No, just
strength?
I believe it's just a strength athletics check or I think dex acrobatics.
Do I have...
That'll do in any case. It's a 14 you're looking to beat.
If I can do dex acrobatics, I'll do that instead. Let me just check if I've got acrobatics. Oh, I've got +4 to acrobatics. Yes, please.
Nice. Yeah, 14 to beat.
Okay. That's a 13 plus 4 plus 3, so 21.
Brilliant. His grip slips from you as he's forced through this hole, and all of a sudden you can hear a sort of like confused banging from within the cupboard across the room. He's next in the initiative order. I think he's probably going to try and just bust out of this cupboard. This will just be a strength attack on the door, I suppose. That is a 6. He uses his already injured hand, which we know is his dominant hand, to sort of punch this cupboard door, and it does swing open, but it's not smashed off the hinges or anything.
Right.
You're up next, Mr. Brown.
Okay, well, I would like to try and slam the door and barricade it, so he's locked into the closet.
Okay.
So, I guess that would be... Would that be dexterity or strength? I'm trying... It's kind of a...
Feels strengthy to me.
I guess so. But what if I did a cartwheel over while I was doing it?
What if you cartwheeled into the door?
It's fine, I'll go
You
strength.
can make it dex if you like.
Okay, well, I'm looking around for like a pole or something I can slide through the handles or, something like that. Okay, 7, that's 15.
15. Okay. What is there? There is a hat stand in this room. It's pretty old and kind of crappy looking, like everything else here. But yeah, you sort of get this thing just about wedged in. That's probably going to hold him for the moment. You're up now, Miss Blue.
He's held. I leg it.
Cool, brilliant. For the ledger, are we still...
For the ledger, downstairs through the reception or tavern area or whatever to the front door. See if there's a guest book, ledger, what have you.
Yeah.
And just for clarity, I'd like to cancel the spell so there isn't also another door back out of the cupboard into the room.
Fine. Yes. Brilliant. No problem. Okay. This thing's not going to hold him for too long, but he is, for now, sort of restrained inside this cupboard.
And you've got the paper, haven't you?
Confused and upset.
Yes.
You have the paper.
Let's all be escaping.
So you're all heading out?
Yeah.
All leaving? Okay.
Yeah.
Via reception.
Scurry down the stairs.
Sure. You scurry down the stairs. You get to the ledger. As you sort of rifle through it, you could see it's pretty sparse. This calling it a hotel is probably like high praise.
Boarding house.
Flop house.
Yeah, that's more the vibe. It doesn't get a lot of customers, but you can see it on a sort of beer-stained piece of stack of parchment. He's just written little X3, sort of under what you infer is yesterday's date.
Okay.
So there's no information about your names or anything like that, but there is a number in another column next to it, which is the number 58 and a little G.
Oh. The price, surely, 58 gold?
58 gold is
Seems
loads.
like a lot for
yeah.
58 gold is...
rubbish tavern.
It's not a fortune, but it's a lot of money.
Okay.
It's more money than you would be wise to carry around unguarded.
Maybe a debt of some sort, rather than a price.
Yeah, I mean, when we asked if the debt had been paid, he seemed quite pleased with himself, didn't
Yeah, he
So
did.
maybe he was paid for something other than just lodgings. Well, let's get out of here first, and we can have a look at this paper. I don't think we should hang around just in case he gets out. Okay,
All right.
so I'd like to scurry out into the crowd and try and find a quiet place to look over this
Like an alley
paper.
or something.
Yeah.
No worries, that's easy enough. You run outside. It's a market day. It's pretty crowded. There's hustle and bustle. The town you're in, it has a lot of like high buildings all closely packed in together, quite higgledy-piggledy. It's a busy, quite dirty, industrious sort of settlement. You can run out just around the side, just to an alley, if that works for you. Yeah,
so,
there's
yeah.
an alley next to this place. Yeah, and you take a look at the paper.
All right, who's got it? You've got it. There you go.
Oh, okay. It's a letter. My beloved, so today is the day. At times, I felt it would never come. I admit I am nervous, though it will be wonderful to see our family and friends. I enclose a token of my undying affection in the hope it will lessen the pain of waiting until we are together again. Don't forget to be in front of the church at 5 o'clock. I can't wait to see you. P.S. I hope you've written your speech. And that's from an E.
Intriguing.
Very intriguing.
Well, it sounds like someone's getting married.
Or eloping.
More eloping.
Maybe E stands for eloper.
E.Loper.
Yeah.
Could be a fantasy name.
Yeah, Ellen Loper.
Do we think this is a letter to the tavern keeper, or was he delivering it to one of us?
I mean, did he seem like the eloping type? I don't think so.
I'd like to take... Oh, we don't have a pen.
Does anyone recall when there was lots of wrist grabbing going on, whether the tavern, the
Had a ring.
landlord had a ring on?
Yeah, can we scry our minds to see if we
memory
caught
is
that
clearly
detail?
a bit of a struggle for us at the
Short-term
moment, but
memory, though.
short-term memory we might be okay.
Yeah, short-term memory is fine. Yeah, no, he didn't have a ring.
So he could be
He's going to
getting
be late
married.
for his wedding, and it's our fault.
He's stuck in a cupboard.
Yeah.
Could be.
Is there a clock, like a clock tower? Can we see what time it is, or kind of divine from the position of the sun?
Yeah, there's a clock tower visible from here. It's a ways off, but it's
Can I remember how to read a clock?
let's say it's 10 a.m.
Okay.
Wait. It says I enclose a token of my undying affection. What was the token? Was there anything else in addition to the letter?
Oh yeah. I suppose it would be enclosed in the letter, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't know. Would he have? No, there's nothing else.
Ah,
Probably already took it.
missing something.
Damn.
A token of undying affection. Probably in that cupboard with him now.
Is this like related to our situation in any way, or is this just the private correspondence of the that we
It's a
robbed?
red herring.
Yeah.
What you can deduce is that this letter it's printed on very fine paper. The calligraphy is beautiful. It
exquisite.
feels entirely at odds with the landlord who you've just locked in a cupboard's whole deal.
He's probably got the token, whatever it is, and he's stolen it.
Maybe
It's valuable.
it's been one of our bachelorette parties.
That would explain the
and
amnesia.
that's why we can't remember anything, is because we got so phenomenally drunk last night.
All right, well, let's go back and get the token off this jerk.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm wearing white. Maybe I'm getting married.
Yes, your white silks are clearly
Maybe it's
wedding
my bridal
finery.
dress.
Ceremonial silks. Okay. As you head back in, from upstairs, you can hear a sort of like a kind of dull, furious thudding, and the sound of creaking. It's like wood, probably on the cusp of splintering. Down here, there's the little desk, like check-in area thing.
I would like to
And,
ransack the drawers, see if there's anything
Sure.
that he's like placed here.
Why don't we all ransack? How about everyone makes me a
Ransack check.
investigation check?
Intelligence investigation. I'm going to have to scratch off my intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence.
I've got a bad feeling about this one. I've got a bad feeling about it. Yeah, there you go. +0 modifier. Classic. Big old dummy. That's me.
Okay.
What do you got, Mr. Brown?
12.
Well, I got a +10 to investigation.
Dang.
So
And I rolled a 2.
me out. 25.
25. Okay.
25.
So 25. Okay. Yes. I mean, there's very little in the drawers and stuff here, but
I'm just struggling with the lock drawer on my 2.
You're supposed to pull.
you're just sort of pushing this.
It's got a fork jammed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cutlery drawer. Ms. Blue, you can't find anything either, but you do notice that there's a bookcase against one of the walls, and it has, wouldn't you know it, along the floor, telltale signs. This is the kind of thing you've spotted a few times. Something in your book, like, you know to look for this kind of thing. So, like, scraped into the floor in a wide arc.
Right, okay.
Telltale signs of a hidden door.
Secret doorway.
Secret door.
Start pulling books out of the bookshelf, like looking for the
one that goes click.
switch.
Handle.
Sure.
Yeah.
There is no such mechanism. It's not that sophisticated or
All
Dracula-esque.
the books are on the floor anyway.
All the books are on the floor.
It'll make it easier to open if it's less heavy.
Yeah. As the weight comes off of this bookshelf, it just sort of limply creaks like that and just sort of swings open. It reveals in the wall a fairly serious-looking metal safe. Ooh. It is locked, as safes tend to be. It's a kind of thick, dull, grey, iron-looking thing.
You do anything with this thing?
Yeah, let me have a go at the like, put an ear to it and start.
Sure.
Is it a disc? Is it a lock?
It's not actually. It's not a combination lock. It's there's just a little like there's like a little hole in the front of it.
You get this damn cutlery drawer open. You could use one of the forks to pick it.
Is there some wire or some pens or a safety pin or anything around?
There's stuff like that. There's some
stationery.
Some bits of.
Okay.
There's a quill.
Okay.
There's a quill on the desk.
I would like to try and manipulate the pins on this lock.
Yeah, go for it.
That would be.
Yeah, make me a. Well, that's got to be another sleight of hand check, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, without telling you too much about this safe, that's going to have to be very, very high.
Well, without telling you too much about my roll, that's a natural 20.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. You get the quill in.
What other information about your roll were you withholding?
The fact that I would have added plus 13 to that.
Whoa!
Plus 12.
Say what?
So that's actually a 33.
Yeah, cool. On a 33, yes, you get this magically locked safe open with but a quill. Yeah. Wow, you're good at this kind of thing. You kind of jam it and give it a bit of a wiggle. Suddenly, with a heavy thunk, it swings open. And inside, there are 3 things. There is a leather pouch containing gold. 58 pieces of gold.
That's the thing.
There is a receipt. The receipt looks to be from, well, you don't know exactly, but it looks to be some kind of pawn shop. It's labelled Fuzzbug's Fast Gold Exchange. The receipt details that 1 diamond ring was traded for 58 gold pieces. There is also a matchbook. On the matchbook, there is an anvil and the name The Quenching Tub.
So maybe one of us sold this ring to this gold exchange.
Maybe
in
this-
return for 58 gold.
The bloody landlord took it off us and pawned it. Probably.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
Why one of us would never?
Oh, you don't know that.
He probably took it to settle our...
Exactly the sort of thing we would have done.
Well, maybe.
We
I
could
don't
be
know.
that sort of person.
Well, let's get out of here before he gets out of that wardrobe.
And let's get the ring back.
Yeah,
Right?
okay,
Because if
yeah.
this wedding's going along, you need a ring.
Right, so let's go to Fuzzbug's Fast Gold Exchange.
Yep.
We should be able to find that. Yeah, I would like to hustle out of this place before the wardrobe opens with all of the things from the safe.
Yeah. Grabbing everything, you hustle on out of this place. As you leave, you hear the sound of splintering wood upstairs. It seems like the landlord has finally busted loose. You make it out into the street, and now you're there. You have, I suppose, 2 leads, this Fuzzbug's Fast Gold Exchange and the Quenching Tub.
Okay, well, let's go via the pawn shop first, just to see if the ring is still there.
Yeah.
Is there anyone around that we could ask? I don't know.
There's loads of people around. It's a crowded street.
Should we just start asking people if anyone knows where this?
You there, boy?
Oh, hello, sir.
What day is it?
Why, today's Christmas day.
Marvellous.
Get the biggest turkey
in this
you can.
fantasy world. Christmas is what they call
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Do you know a business called Fuzzbug's Fast Gold Exchange?
Oh, Mr. Fuzzbug.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Where is it?
Oh, it's not far.
Point us to it, please.
I'm awful hungry, though. I think I'm too weak to point.
How are you going to chew food without any teeth, I say?
Is that a threat?
Yes.
He pulls a little knife.
I'd like to disarm him.
You want to go?
I don't have a bigger knife, do I?
I'd like to grab the knife out of his hand.
Yeah, sure.
How do I do that? What do you want me to roll?
Strength, I guess,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
So I wanted to hear. Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20, yeah.
I just grab his wrist and take the knife out of his hand.
Yeah, you just swat this little pen knife out this little oik's hand. It sort of flies up onto the roof of a building, such as the force. Yeah, with practiced ease.
Perhaps
You
you'd
were
like
saying-
to reconsider your attitude, young man.
His eyes go wide and he is suddenly very, very frightened. As you do this, Mr. White, a memory stirs.
Oh, right. Do I menace little boys often?
Here is the memory.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
A packed, smoke-filled tavern a long time ago. The head of the only family you've ever known stands on a table and raises a glass. And finally to the little un, without who today wouldn't have been possible. You'd have laughed to see the looks on the guards' faces when he walks in, and cried to see their faces when he was done. Cheers, you scary bastard. Everyone cheers you. Despite your iron constitution, the ale goes straight to your head and makes you dizzy. This is a happy memory.
I'm a scary bastard, folks.
Well, yeah, I know. I can tell. I can tell.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a revelation to me.
I look at the child's mangled hand.
Okay. Terrified, the boy offers to show you the way to Fuzzbug's Fast Gold Exchange.
Good.
That's better.
Yeah, he sort of meekly and grumpily sort of leads you there. It's just a few streets away. It's not in an any more salubrious part of town. You're still in a pretty dodgy area. The little boy gestures up at the second floor of a building. The second floor, the windows have bars on them. You go, there's Fuzzbug's up there.
All right.
He's on the second floor. I'm out here. Bye.
Thanks very much. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, it's a business. Let's just go in as customers.
It's shut.
I press the buzzer.
The fuzz buzzer.
There's no answer, but the downstairs business, which is a haberdasher, a woman comes out and says, hello.
Hi, we're here for Fuzzbug, upstairs.
Oh, upstairs. He's closed on Christmas.
Oh.
Most places are. I myself don't observe it.
Okay. We'll observe this.
You get to buy any walls? Yep. That sounds like a scratch.
Oh. Well, what I was going to say is, when
Yeah.
he will be back. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's no good to us.
Right. Bye then.
No, we would like to look at your haberdashery.
Really?
Yeah.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Does she say that to every customer?
Oh, you just asked. You asked to go to a different shop.
I'd like to have a look around you. Really? Nothing but garbage in here.
How persuasive are we? Not very. Let's check persuasion. -1. Oh. All right. I just love haberdashing. Oh, 17.
17.
Not too bad, yeah.
Well, all right. I mean, to be honest, you all look like you're dressed quite nicely already.
Yeah.
Although all these robes look like they could do with a wash. You're welcome to come in and browse.
All right.
Cute.
Keep her busy, and I'm just going to go and check the door to Fuzzbugs.
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds good. I'd like to loudly browse, by which I mean looking at things and going, ooh, This is quite nice, isn't it?
Pouring everything.
Might consider spending some of my 58 gold on this.
Touch.
58 gold, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps you'd like to see our bespoke stock.
That would be lovely, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, she opens a door in the back and starts showing you the finer silks.
Nice.
So yeah, there's the door to this business. Next to it, there's another door, which leads, you have to assume, to the upstairs. There's a little brass plaque that says Fuzzbug's Fast Gold Exchange on it. The door is locked and bolted it's locked and bolted.
I guess I'll try an ability and see if anything will
Here we
help
go.
with this door.
Yep, go on then.
This one.
Get ready for some scratching.
You look at the lock
Fireball.
and
Eldritch Blast.
as
What we
you,
got?
Okay.
as you concentrate,
Scratch.
Oh, good.
Scratch.
This is great. Okay,
I
I
love this one.
What do we got?
study.
I think it's really going to help.
Yeah, I study the lock, but then suddenly I feel an impulse within myself rising, and I cast Stinking Cloud. I create a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow nauseating gas centered on a point within range. The cloud is heavily obscured. It lingers in the air for the duration or until a strong wind, such as the one created by gust of wind, disperses it.
Okay.
yeah. A
Out of the
large,
shop, I'm like,
yeah. Well,
the drain's blocked.
well, I think the door is still open. What was it?
20-foot radius sphere.
20 foot. Yeah. This cloud definitely extends to within the haberdashers.
Infusing all the walls.
Yeah, you all start
Precious
retching, and
threads.
the woman running the place is like, she's really panicking. She's like, close that bloody door! You're ruining my merchandise. You disgusting friend out there. You're lucky I don't call the city watch.
Sorry, I'm always this way when I have radishes, I say.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna. I think she's probably gonna kick you out. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
that's fair. Could we not shadow portal into the
We could.
upstairs
Yeah.
business?
All right, well, let's leave then. Sorry about the stinking cloud, Mum.
I'm ruined. The door is slammed.
Sorry,
what
I've
she-
really felt like it was going to be a door opening spell or something. It's just, I don't know, it felt right at the time.
Right, okay. Well, lesson learned. How about, so we can see up through into the windows into the upstairs business.
You can see the windows. They are covered with thick iron bars.
Right. But we could see through, and I could see a wall through there. Right?
Do you need to have like line of sight? Can you not just
Say
be
that,
like,
does it?
Nearest wall, I suppose it doesn't say specifically, but I feel like I need to be aware
you know
of
where the
wall.
walls are?
I suppose, yeah, just looking at the building.
Look at the
I know that-
exterior of the building.
I think this is well within the scope of the,
All right.
of the spell. Yeah.
Let's nip into an alley and make a little shadow portal door in a secluded area.
Okay, but this is the last time we can use shadow
This is
portal.
Yep.
You get one unintentional and one intentional, and then
I get
that's
one
it.
intentional stinking
Yeah.
cloud.
Cloud.
Look forward to it. Yeah, you hustle around to a side alley and create this door.
Nice.
And you're all just passing through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. You appear.
Can I maintain the spell while we're in there? Because obviously we're going to need to get back out again without having to go through a stinking cloud.
Yes, but the portal is going to be visible to anyone who chooses to just sort of glance into the alley.
Maybe we should have someone guarding it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not good at stealing things, so shall I stand? I'll
And
stand
you're probably
outside
the
and
most
maintain it.
intimidating. Yeah, okay, fine.
I'll just stand in front of the portal, and probably my 8-foot frame will block
Yeah.
most of it
That's
from view.
Smart.
Yeah, that probably is going to do it. Yeah.
Also, I'm a scary bastard, so no one's going to come near me to find out what I'm standing in front of.
You are a scary bastard. Okay, so. Ms.
I'd like
Blue?
to portal
Yeah.
upstairs.
Also, I will portal upstairs.
Yeah, you portal upstairs. You appear inside this locked pawn shop. Inside, it's cramped, it's dusty, place is filled with shelves and shelves and shelves of objects and oddities. Almost all of it doesn't appear to be that valuable. Tableware, there's daggers, there's some jewelry, there's a pile of loots of varying quality. There's even like house plants. There's every kind of thing in here.
Pawning their houseplants.
Yeah. Desperate people.
Someone
Special
desperate.
household.
You'd have to be desperate.
You would. Okay.
Yeah, you're inside this. You're inside.
Okay, I would like to scan around and see if there's, obviously they'll keep the high value items somewhere secure. So if there's a counter, if there's a safe, if there's anything like that.
Of some sort. Or...
Yeah.
I'm going to say you look at, well, I tell you, both of you make me a perception.
So that's wisdom. Okay, that's a new
right,
one.
yeah. How wise are you, Andy?
Oh, I'm -1.
Oh, I'm pretty. Oh.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, also -1. We're not a
Wow.
wise, not a wise bunch.
Not a wise bunch.
Oh no, you don't know how wise you are.
I don't know how wise I am. I'm still standing outside in the alley.
I think standing outside in the alley, you're very wise.
That's
10.
16 -1 is 15.
15 and a 10. Okay. On the 15, I'm going to give you a memory, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
And here comes the memory. Your little hands are covered with scratches and bites. Your knees ache from crawling around in the rich man's attic. You drop the sack of dead rats on his desk, and his eyebrows raise approvingly at the heft of it. He gives you an extra silver piece for your effort. You like the rhythmic clink the 2 coins make in your pocket. As you walk away, you hum a tune. Where you are basically now is the storeroom. You can see in front of you, like there's a counter where someone would sit, and like a kind of metal sliding thing. There's an empty chair. This is probably where Mr. Fuzzbug would sit, and customers would come to the other side of a kind of barred partition. Ms. Blue.
Yes.
As you sort of poke around and have a look, you hear a kind of whirring sound, a kind of a clanking noise.
Where's it coming from?
It is coming from one of the house plants. Weirdly enough, isn't that bizarre?
It's one of those dancing ones.
Yeah, it's one of those. yeah. It's
Sunglasses on.
The saxophone.
it's a big mouth Billy Bass.
Oh, I'm suspicious in case it's like a security device or something.
Yeah.
Can I approach it carefully and give it a sort of appraising
Yeah.
look?
You approach it. It appears to be it's a large pot with a big fern in it. It does look quite a lot newer than everything else in here, and from within it you can hear a sort of like kind of noise. You walked towards it, didn't you? You said
Carefully, I said. Cautiously, I believe.
Carefully
was
you
my
walked
exact
towards
wording.
Gun turret or something.
Unfortunately,
To quiet.
motion is how this thing works. Out of the sides of this house plant, little flaps just kind of fold down like that, and little metallic robot arms and legs just kind of poke out, and it sort of rattles to its stands up.
Okay.
It stands up and up and up and up. Its legs telescope. It is.
Yeah.
You know, actually. You know
Oh.
it is. It's an animated armor detention drone.
Oh.
Mr. Brown, you hear a few of these objects are in fact security devices. From behind
Ready
you,
for another stink cloud.
Nervously.
there's a rack of like rusty weapons and piles of like daggers and some knackered old swords and stuff. A halberd, in fact, just sort of floats away from the rest of the group. And just sort of like turns to sort of level itself at you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you are now in combat with a couple of defensive measures. Let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
If you want to enter this battle, Mr. White, I'm going to say you can do so, but not this turn.
That's fine.
But you don't have to at all.
I'm just standing out in the street,
Yeah.
listening to the commotion.
I'm going to say, like, would noise go through the door?
Can air travel through
And
the
air
portal?
travel through the...
I mean, I'm
I
probably...
don't think so. I think you can only hear... I think you can only hear the... I feel like you would have to sort of like cross into some kind of fey plane or something very briefly and then pop
Right.
out. So I feel like you can hear the sounds like over the hubbub of the street,
Right.
but you can't hear what's happening through the door. I think that sounds reasonable to me. Okay, how did everybody roll?
11.
I just rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
Shall I roll for initiative now
no.
or when I join the...
Nah, if/when you join, we'll do it then. Okay, The halberd is going to strike first. It's closest to you, Mr. Brown. This thing is just going to sort of lunge towards you. What was your armor class again? 13. Meets it, beats it. This thing sort of jabs at you quickly for 7. Take 7 points of damage.
I will.
Scratch off your hit points and see how badly hurt you are.
I have 33 hit points.
Add.
So that's 20 down to 26.
Cool. All right. Yeah. This thing just sort of punches into your the kind of like fleshy part of your side. I mean, you're a pretty skinny fellow, but yeah, it hurts. You're bleeding. Next it's your turn.
Oh, is there anything around here I could use as a weapon? Are there any like antique cutlasses or dueling pistols or what sort of thing are we talking about?
I think I said there's a bunch of weapons. There's swords, daggers. This thing came from like a row of halberds.
Yeah.
They're of varying quality.
Okay, I'd like to snatch something up and attack the halberd with it.
Cool. Yeah. Let's say.
So if there's anything finesse-based, a rapier or.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. There's several swords and some of them are kind of narrow and pointy.
Okay.
Yeah. Grab one and roll me the attack.
Okay. Okay. 13.
Unfortunately, that doesn't beat the halberd's armor class. You,
Right.
the blade feels pretty, like you feel like you don't often hold one of these. Actually, to be honest, you kind of lunge for this halberd and it sort of flicks the blade aside.
Okay. As a bonus action, can I throw the sword through the portal to try and alert Mr. White?
Yes.
Into
Yes.
his spine.
I am standing directly in front of the portal.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Well, I don't think I have enough actions to pick up something else. So
It's fine. What's your armor class then?
Well, I'm about
Mr.
to
White.
find out. 10.
oh my god.
What?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, we use this. We'll call it the same roll. So what's that? That's like a rapier or something. Let's call that a. Roll me the damage, please, Mr.
What's
Mr.
the
Brown.
damage?
What would the damage on a rapier be?
Let's call it a 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, that's an 8. And my proficiency bonus is.
Although,
Are you proficient in?
call it plus dex because I did say you're not used to holding this kind of weapon. Yeah.
So that is an 11.
So just an 11.
11.
Yeah, Mr. White. As you stand there, you survey the scene. No one appears to be looking around. No one noticed the portal. All of a sudden, quite rusty old rapier slices into your spine. Kind of like stick. It doesn't go into your spine. It's just to the right. Kind of sticks in roughly where the kidneys are. Yeah. Luckily, roll me 1d12 plus 1.
1d12 plus 1. Okay. 2 plus 1.
Okay. What was the damage then? It was 11.
11.
Minus 3. So 8.
All right.
You feel this thing slide painfully into your back out of the portal. But you now have a rapier and you have discovered that you have a feature called Stone's Endurance. When you take damage, you can take a reaction to roll 1d12 plus 1 and reduce the damage by that total.
Okay. Stone's Endurance.
Stone's Endurance.
Does the point come out the other side?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm quite big. Probably not, right?
No, I like it doesn't.
Doesn't go all the way.
It's long enough to. Okay. It's just not thrown with enough force, and we're talking about like a big stony Goliath. It just sort of
All right.
descended from giants. It goes in a bit. It's going to go in you a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, for
But
sure.
Not like.
Well, given that I've been alerted early, can I roll initiative? And if it's if it's soon enough, in the order, can I jump?
Yes.
13.
Okay, cool.
Is that enough to slot in this turn, or do I have to wait till next turn?
You'll have to wait till next turn, I'm afraid. Because Andy's already gone on the 11. Right, the plant is going to go next. There's blue. Okay, make me a DC Constitution saving throw, please.
Hey, Constitution, baby, is +2. All right. Constitution saving throw. 13.
13 total. Okay. The plant kind of whirs, a little nozzle pokes out the front, and it fires a tiny orb of magical force at you. Having failed your saving throw, you become encased in this large bubble-like orb. It expands to a size large enough to contain you. You, while encased, you don't need to breathe, eat, or drink, and you don't age.
All right, leave me in the
I get one of these
bubble.
bubbles?
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
All right, my game's over. I just got a win condition.
Yeah, you did. However, you can't really do anything else inside of this. You can't
Don't
leave.
need to do anything else.
You don't need to. Yeah. It's a defensive measure.
Okay.
You were sort of
Completely neutralised.
bubbled. You are neutralised effectively, and the drone sort of clank turns towards you, Mr. Brown. Okay, who's next? You are next.
What can I do? Nothing.
Not age, I guess.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Not age or eat or sleep or
Successful
drink.
casting of Dispel Magic destroys it. You could scratch something off and see
See
if
if
it's
Oh,
Dispel
maybe I've got
Magic.
Dispel Magic.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You should start a skincare line. Is what you should do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna let you scratch an ability for this because you
Okay,
haven't done one yet,
it might
and it might
be-
be Dispel Magic.
It might be something. What if it's something that I wouldn't be able to cast inside the bubble?
Does it just go off when you get
Will
out
it-
of the bubble?
Will it?
What if you cast a stinking cloud inside the bubble?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's find out. I'm going to choose. I haven't scratched any abilities yet. I'm going to go for my first one.
Yeah, let's go for that one.
All right. I conjure a phantom steed
Whoa!
wow.
inside the bubble, and it is immediately crushed.
I think it probably should be inside the bubble. Yeah.
Does the bubble expand, or do we become a sort of
the
spherical,
bubble-
like gore ball?
The bubble is just as big as it needs to be, but as it is just forming, and you're like, the next second you cast instinctively in a panic,
Yes.
a Phantom
I
Steed.
cast it before it's complete.
Yeah.
The steed is half out of the bubble.
I'm gonna say like you and the steed are in the bubble, but now
Okay.
the bubble is big enough,
But big enough.
to fit you and the steed.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
So tell me about this
A
spell.
large quasi-real, horse-like creature, you won't believe it's not horse,
Large spectral horse.
appears on the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice within range. You decide the creature's appearance, and it is equipped with a saddle, a bit, and a bridle.
Very
Do you have any
nice.
strong
And it's
feelings?
not aging.
And it's unaging.
And it doesn't need any hay or carrots.
Okay, it is blue,
Mm.
because that's the
Your
one
colour.
thing I know about me.
What about the mane?
It is a silky blue steed. Its mane is also blue. Yeah, it's a kind of like monochrome.
So black it's blue.
Yeah, okay. And it has a red saddle, bit, and bridle
Beautiful.
for contrast.
Oh, that is lovely.
But it's currently crammed in a bubble with you.
No, we've got a big enough bubble.
Yeah.
I'm sat atop it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, it sort of forms underneath you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this brings back a memory of back when you first rode a horse, back at the academy. You remember a classroom. As students file out, your professor calls you over. I am in two minds, says the professor, whether to share this. Your father has written to me. He's asked me to ensure your magical studies, for which we both know you have shown considerable aptitude, are confined to those which will prove useful in the career he has chosen for you. That is the end of the memory.
Oh. Okay.
Damn, but what is the career?
I think I'm very clever and magical. Dad is a dick.
We're back to Halberd.
Stupid halberd.
Halberd! He's just going to try and stab you again.
There he is.
+3. That's only a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the measure of this thing. It sort of flies past you
Cool.
and does not hurt you. Mr. White,
Hello.
you're up.
So I've arrived through the portal.
Yeah.
Did you take the sword out?
I mean, I guess so, probably. But it's not really, like, finesse doesn't seem to be really my thing.
Okay.
Can I grab the halberd and jam it into the drone?
I'll call this a grapple against the halberd.
Yeah, fair. It is somewhat sentient.
Yeah. It's animated. Yeah, so the halberd can make this strength or dex. It's going to make it dex. You will be rolling.
I will be rolling strength. All right. 13.
That beats an 11.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good. Yeah. You snatch this thing out the air.
Okay.
And
Is that my whole go to grapple it?
I'm gonna. Technically yes, but tell me your intention. Your intention is to
I
sort of.
want to jam it inside take one and jam it inside the drone.
I'm gonna say you can't jam it inside the drone this turn, but you can throw it at the drone this turn if you want.
Yeah, all right. Like overarm javelin throw.
Mm-hmm.
Halberd.
Yeah, go on then.
All right.
But
All right.
another strength.
That works for me.
Yeah.
That is a nat 20.
Whoa. Okay, roll me the damage on the halberd. I'll tell you what the damage is.
Because you've got it in the stat box.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
The damage is 1d10 plus 1.
1d10 plus 1. Okay. That is 6.
Double it
Double it.
for the natural 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Crit. 12, yeah.
Right.
The plant isn't destroyed, but it is quite badly maimed.
How wedged in is the halberd? Is it likely to be able to extricate itself?
The halberd is very wedged in.
Right.
We'll say like mechanically it's knocked prone.
Okay.
It's on its next turn it's going to try and wiggle out of its ally.
Got it.
Andy, you're next.
Yes. So these two things they're inside each other, so essentially one target at the moment. So I'm going to scratch off.
Yep.
Number 1, what do we got? Hey, something useful, finally. We've got Thunderwave.
Hey! Brilliant.
All right, I cast Thunderwave on the drone and the...
It is going to get both of them.
So I unleash a wave of thunderous energy. Each creature in a 15-foot cube, originating from me, makes a Constitution saving throw. And then on a failed save, they take 4d8 thunder damage.
Okay, it was a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yep.
I will roll for the plant and the halberd.
I'm in a bubble.
You're in a bubble.
Protective bubble.
Mr. White, can you make me the saving throw, please?
What was
Constitution.
it? Just Constitution, right. I'm going to have to scratch that off first.
Good.
I must have a decent Constitution. +1. +1.
Where are all your points hidden?
Oh well, 19. I don't know, yeah. Maybe I'm just really charismatic.
Yeah, when we get to the charisma stat, that's where they've all gone.
No evidence so far. maybe
It's the last thing to return after the amnesia.
Yeah.
The plant and the halberd have both whiffed their con saves, so they're going to take full damage from the wave of thunderous force.
Right.
You'll be taking half, I think.
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
And what is the figure?
It is 24.
Okay.
Yay.
What have you got against me?
Taking
Sorry.
12. So
It's only taking 12.
No.
yeah, just
No, he's
relax.
taking
I'm not
12.
dead. I'm
Okay.
down to 13 hit points.
13 hit points.
Not to metagame, but yeah.
My bubble sort of like rotates slowly away.
You're pushed 10 feet away as well, I assume, through the portal back into the street.
Well, in fact, the bubble bursts.
Oh.
And why does
my
it?
bubble.
The bubble bursts because the animated armor that generated it is completely exploded, as is the halberd stuck within it. It shatters, as is almost everything in this shop. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from Mr. Brown, and yeah, things are just sort of smashed into the walls. Almost everything is destroyed. It's very loud when this happens, and yeah, wrecks almost everything in the room. I'll give you a memory, Mr. Brown, for that. 'Cause that was kick ass. Your stomach is in knots as you wait atop the wall. They should be here by now. Then the long expected crashing sounds and thundering of feet. That's what reminded you of this, thundering. The new recruits sprint into the alley, followed by 5 city guards. The one carrying the bag of coin throws it high. You snatch it out the air. You drop to the other side of the wall and run. If they survive the beating, you'll buy their way out of jail.
I think I was some kind of professional thief.
Okay.
Should make finding this damn ring easier, I say. And I'd like to, again, look around for this ring. We don't have long. That noise is going to attract people.
Okay, the noise is going to attract people. You're still on the horse.
I'd like to ride the Sapphire Prince
Yeah.
over to the kind of the desk area.
Sure.
How big is this shop? Are you just
Very small.
3-point
No, just
turning?
like-
this is like dressage. The horse is like.
We sort of like do a little horse prance.
Yeah.
They gave us a receipt, or they gave whoever sold this ring a receipt. So they must have some kind of, record keeping. And I look for the most recent record. Maybe it says where the diamond has been, kept.
Yeah. Okay.
Stashed.
Okay.
Maybe it's been sold again. Anyway.
Everybody make me everyone who's looking, which
I'm out in the street.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you've
Thunderously
I've been
pushed through the
thunderously
portal.
pushed into the
forced
street.
back through the door. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, you two then. In that case, just make me a looking roll. You can call this whatever you want, whatever seems fair to you.
All right. 13.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
Nice. Okay.
What a crits this session.
Mr. Brown, very, very quickly, you find a ledger book underneath like a pile of destroyed bits and bobs. You find the details of where this ring would have been put. These shelves were all labelled and organised. So you hop over there. The shelf has been like smashed up against the wall and everything. But sure enough, just below, you find a ring. You pick, it was a dirty or natural 20?
Natural.
You pick it up. It's got a seal on it. Not a splashy arf seal. But like a kind of signet ring kind of seal. It's got a fox on the ring with bared teeth. And there are little diamonds on the teeth.
Whoa.
And it fits on your finger.
Interesting.
Someone's getting married. Maybe to me.
Okay,
'cause
well,
I'm wearing white.
yeah, maybe.
I start sizing.
I grab a pen.
An appraising
All right,
look.
I grab a pen off the desk,
Yeah.
write something, and see if it matches the handwriting.
Yeah, good idea.
Brilliant idea.
I start writing the same words that are on the paper onto
Yeah.
a piece of paper.
Sure. You don't need to roll to write. You haven't forgotten that. It doesn't match, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we all have a go?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's-
Okay, I'm gonna have a go as well. Can I write?
Practice my
Am I able to write?
You are able to write.
Right. Okay.
It does not match.
Okay.
Does mine?
It does not match.
Okay.
Is there an inscription on the ring?
Just the seal, right? There's no inscription?
There's no inscription.
Okay.
All we know for sure
Seal fox with bare
is that
teeth.
we're not getting married to each other.
Yeah. Okay, I put the ring on my finger for safekeeping, and then we should get out of here.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, how you
The
leave.
ring would fit a number of people.
No,
it's
just
not
me.
like
I assume I've got massive fingers.
I'll tell you what.
To Goliath.
As you place it on, it fits on your finger, but also, do you know if you like wear a ring for a little while, you get like
little indentation.
like a little indentation?
It slides
Kind of-
into an indentation.
Slots into a little indentation. Yeah.
good. I'm satisfied.
Okay. So you're all heading out the portal, out the door.
I'm already out there.
There was nothing extra for Ms. Blue checking
Can my
the ledgers.
phantom steed fit through the portal?
Oh yeah. Good question. Not with you on it, but you can lead it.
Okay.
Okay, I dismount.
No, she was checking the ledgers. There was nothing like interesting.
Right. I mean, there's an awful lot of interesting stuff here. Fuzzbug seems to live a rich, full life off screen.
This is gonna be the worst Christmas ever for him, though.
Yeah, you did. You found
another
in the ledger the sort of corresponding thing that the receipt was written for, which was that for this ring, Fuzzbug paid out 58 gold pieces.
And that tracks.
Fine.
Check.
All right,
I
let's get out of here.
dismount the Sapphire Prince and lead it out through the shadow portal.
Okay. All right.
Mr.
Well,
White, you look
Damaged.
the worse for wear.
Yeah. Maybe I should see if I can do anything to heal myself.
That could be a good idea.
All right.
Maybe one of you must have some healing. Maybe you should do 3 things
I
at
feel
once.
quite magical and
Yeah,
clever.
me too.
Okay.
I'm
All
like,
right.
all right, okay, we'll back up.
Okay.
All right.
You're going to cast this on
This goes wrong.
Oh boy, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's more
I've
likely
got
to be an
13 hit points.
It's more likely to be an offensive spell, I feel.
I looked to the clock tower. What time is it now?
Yeah.
Do we have enough time for a short rest? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh right. It's now 1:30.
Oh, it's
Times are
on.
ticking.
It's getting on, isn't it? I don't
How
think
long
we've
is
got
a
time.
short rest? Is 4 hours? Is it? Or
Yeah.
You don't have time for any kind
one.
of rest.
Okay.
boy.
All right. Well, start blasting, I guess. See what comes out.
I'm probably. It will probably
kill me.
I mean,
Do it.
all right.
As your DM, I say do it.
All right.
Right.
I target.
As your
like,
DM and speaking for the viewer, I say cast a
I'm going
random
to
spell
target
on
one of
injured.
your extremities. So, maybe we'll.
So you're hoping that the healing will flow through the bloodstream.
blow
but
a
if
leg
you
off.
blow my arm off, it's fine.
You can live without one arm. Yeah.
Okay. Go
All
for
right.
it.
I'm going to go for this
All right.
one next to the original.
I'm going to hold my arm out and sort of hope that this works.
There are all manner of abilities
Come on, healing.
hidden under those.
Oh, I cast counterspell. I mean,
Okay.
and there's nothing to counter.
There is nothing to counter.
All right. Well,
What
keep that arm
happens?
out, buddy. Here I come.
I'll tell you what. Whatever the next spell is, you can counter it if you want.
If I want, oh, that's good. Okay.
this
All right,
could be useful.
we simultaneously try and cast something on Mr. White's arm, and what did you get?
I've got aid.
Oh, okay. I do not counterspell.
Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 10 for the duration.
How long for?
It doesn't say what the duration is.
The duration is
The rest of the
the
session.
rest of this episode.
Oh, great. Okay, so I've gained 10, is what you're saying.
So your hit point maximum. Yeah,
And
you,
current
you
hit
gain
points,
10,
yeah.
and
Okay,
your hit
so I
point
got-
maximum goes up to
My
43,
yeah, great. Okay,
and your current hit points go up to.
but I'm gonna have to cast something, so you've got something to counterspell. Otherwise, that's gonna counter that spell. So
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's happening now.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
large form.
Well, you can't have it because I counterspell.
Okay,
You can have large form.
I changed my
Right,
size
fine.
to large as a bonus action.
Okay.
That does sound
if
like
I'm in a
that
big
does
enough-
sound like Christmas.
Yeah, I usually hit a large form around 3 p.m. This transformation lasts for 10 minutes or until I end it. No action required.
Okay.
So
Pretty
I
good.
presumably become large and then I'm immediately counterspelled and become small again.
If you like, you can. I'll say the counterspell can be optional. If you like, you can leave.
I cast counterspell down the street at the last second. I sort of like,
A passing wizard.
Yeah.
yeah.
It hits that little boy from before.
Oh
Who
yeah,
was-
he's counterspell.
He was firing a magic missile in revenge.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. He was learning magic missile.
All right.
Was about to snipe you all.
Well, that went incredibly well.
Yeah. Okay. So the
So I'm
order-
feeling healthier and I'm also extremely large now.
Yeah. You're big. It's a
Last 10 minutes.
yeah.
No action required.
It's a Goliath thing. You are now. I mean, you're conspicuous, but you are now like big.
Great.
You're big and healthy, and you've got a horse.
Yeah.
I'll give everyone a memory for being so brave with your spell slinging. Okay, let's start with Miss Blue. A public stockade. You're not naive. You knew from watching your father that this job was hardly all action and excitement, but still, standing guard over pickpockets and sheep rustlers while children throw rotten fruit is hardly helping save the city, especially when the real criminals can seemingly buy their way out of any trouble. Next, Mr. White. Your modest apartment, the end of another long night. You plunge your knuckles into a basin of cold water and watch the blood curl like smoke. Some of it is even yours this time. You're exhausted, but you'll be up another hour darning your tunic ripped by some ice spell. The one you took an oath to protect is dining like a lord tonight, probably with some member of the city council, and you can barely keep a shirt on your back. Perhaps it's just the lot of a spell-slinging thug. Mr. Brown. With a flourish, you finish the piece and stand from the pianoforte to warm applause. Of course, it's your party, they have to applaud the host, but you know you did the rondo justice. Reclaiming your drink, you shake hands with socialites, judges, even a prominent member of the City Watch. From the corner of the room, a heavily tattooed figure gives you a nod, a sign that somewhere in the city something just went exactly to plan. A woman in a purple dress catches your eye. This was the night you met. Okay, and we are back in the alley.
Okay, right. So we have the ring. We should follow up on our other lead, going to the quenching tub.
Yep.
You boy.
You've got some nerve.
You've got some nerve.
Yeah.
This? He casts wish, but it's counterspell.
So we get to use a wish?
No.
Oh.
Which
Well,
one?
maybe. You might have it.
Well, you might have wish.
Yeah.
You might have wish.
No.
Which way to the quenching tub?
We actually don't know what level we are, do we?
No.
You little jabroni.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
will you pay me this time?
Oh, I'll pay you all right. Stinking cloud. No. Yeah.
We've got money I thought we were going to have to buy the ring back, but
Yeah,
actually,
that's
we've
true.
got 52 gold.
Give the kid a gold piece.
You can have a single gold piece.
Yeah, how are you?
How's this look to you, lad?
Looks like you got 57 more.
Don't know where you got
Don't
that
push your luck, you little scrote.
Do a bit of leisure demand and the coin is gone.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had your chance. I guess we'll find some other urchin. You boy over there, you seem like a likely lad.
Listen, I might have. I'll lead you to the quenching tub, but think on me kindly when I'm a bit older. Maybe there's an opportunity for someone like me.
Perhaps. We'll put your CV in the pile.
Do you know who I am? Street urchin.
I don't know you personally, sir, but I have an inkling. Although it would be odd if you were who I think you are.
Well, who do you think I am?
He's going to make a wisdom saving throw. How smart is it to be having this conversation? Not very. That's a natural 1.
Hey. Good lad.
This is not a smart kid. But you're Mr. Half-Poop.
That's right. You've passed the first test. Now, tell me what you know of my organisation.
Oh, a test. I've never heard of your organisation. As far as I know, no such exists.
Okay, I get...
And I'll never talk. No matter how you torture me.
Very good, very good. I see you're aware of
Shall I do some torturing?
the consequence. No. I very clearly get the nature of my organisation from this response. Interesting. Okay, that's a lot to take in.
He's pleased with his performance here, and there's a spring in his step as he leads you to a tavern. The Quenching Tub. It is
How
a
long does it take together?
4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay. So
Not long.
I've got another 6 or so minutes of being massive.
Yeah. As you approach this tavern, it's a low, squat building. There's a swinging sign outside with an anvil. It matches the one from the matchbook that you
Hold it up to compare.
Yep, it's exactly the same. As you approach, it's early in the day, so like the place isn't exactly like bustling or anything like that. And there's a woman outside, sort of middle-aged lady. She's sort of sweeping outside the tavern with a broom. She looks up, and she's going to see the three of you. Oh no! Oh no! No! Not you three again! No way!
Hey you, I've got the perfect t-shirt for these modern times. It is in a calming tie-dye. It has a beautiful smiley face on it, and it says, "I've never been this angry." I think that's a suitable reaction to most of the things that are going on in daily life. So why not pick up one of these fine shirts at store.outsidexbox.com. You too can never have been this angry. Along with me, I will be wearing this everywhere.
This woman outside, she gestures to the three of you. No. I don't want none of it. None.
Pardon us, madam. You have us as an embarrassment. We don't recall having been here before.
I'm not bloody surprised. The way you was carrying on last night.
Perhaps you could let us know what we did. We're keen to make up for it.
Keen to make up for it, are you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Follow me inside then, please. She opens the door to the tavern, leads you in. In here it's quite dimly lit. There's a low ceiling, but it's a fairly large tavern. She points to a load of smashed glass on the floor. You. Last night, every time you took a drink, you threw your glass on the floor and smashed it.
Oh.
Some sort of celebration. I don't know why. You could begin with recouping me for them.
I can do you one better, madam, I say, and I extend a hand towards the broken glass.
Yep.
And I cast whatever my third spell is.
Here we go.
What's the best case scenario?
Mending.
Another stink cloud.
Glass. Create.
Create tankard.
Yeah. Tiamat's little tankard.
Is
Okay.
it Tiamat's little tankard?
I cast Feign Death and collapse onto the floor in a catatonic state.
Well, that would get you out of it.
Indistinguishable from death.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's died! Your friend, he's...
Oh.
Well,
Look what you've done to him.
no, I understand it. It wasn't me. It's all above board here on my tab. See, whatever he's taken, it weren't from me. No. He's all fine. Get him outside, get him out of here. He didn't, no, they'll see. Get him into the, help me roll him up. She starts sort of pushing you onto the edge of a rug. Yeah, it starts sort of rolling. Help me! You're guilty too.
What did I do?
Well, you were around in the area. You were you probably last one to see him.
See who?
The deceased.
Oh, right. Well,
Well.
we're all the last one to see him. He's dead.
Oh yeah, cool. Let's chat him more rolling. Listen, help me get rid of this body,
Yeah.
and I'll answer your questions.
Okay.
What?
All right. Well, I'm still in large form for another few minutes.
Yep.
So I'll just pick the entire rug up
Yep.
with Mr. Brown inside it, and I'll carry it out the back, I guess.
Yep, that's fine. While you're out there,
Put it by the bins.
she seems to sort of visibly relax. Like, I really like that rug,
Oh, well.
but never mind.
Okay.
You had questions.
Yeah. Fill us in. What did we do yesterday?
Well, can I get you a drink?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
She
What
paused.
was I drinking yesterday?
What were you drinking?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't drinking an awful lot. I think you had a wine spritzer.
Oh. That sounds very nice. I'll have one of those.
She makes you one.
What was I drinking?
You weren't in here drinking.
All right. Where was I? Standing outside or something?
Yeah, that's where I saw you.
Hmm.
You two. Well, you and your dead friend. You were in here last night, drinking and carousing. He was begging for favours from all the pretty ladies, boasting about a last night of freedom.
Oh.
Well,
I'm dead.
but that's usual. That's fine.
Okay.
You're dead when you get home. See your wife.
Apparently.
That's usual.
Okay.
I don't mind that.
All right.
His coin was good. In fact, you seemed to have quite a lot of gold
Well, dead
flashing
now.
around. Yeah. Then things went a little bit south.
Tell me.
Well, you went outside. I saw when he hit you. Hard in the face.
Oh. Oh, and this.
Yeah.
So pointing to my tender nose.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the disagreement?
I don't know. I came out to tidy up some glasses and I just saw him lamp you. I will say, you could have put up more of a fight. You shouldn't take that sort of punishment from carousers and hooligans like him.
Had my reasons to not cast Phantom Steed on him.
Yeah.
I rode away on a cool phantom steed.
Anyway, I didn't want to get involved, so I headed back inside. You, I saw were there too. You were across the street though. I don't think they'd seen you. I went back inside. Anyway, next thing I know, bright flash of light comes in through the window. Sound of all hell breaking loose outside. Put my customers right off their beer, it did. It's hard to recapture the mood of a good night. I was going to do a lock-in. No one wanted to after that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, quite a lost take.
Well, you know, we ruined your night. You killed our friend. So I guess we're even, aren't we?
I didn't kill your friend. He just dropped dead. I'll
on
swear
your
to it.
premises.
he wouldn't be the first to die on my premises. You think the law's concerned about people dying in here? Or anywhere?
Okay.
No.
Well.
I don't want a body I don't want to know. Now, if you've no more questions, please leave.
Do you have any idea who, this flash of light, was that me or was that someone else?
Well, I don't rightly know. I'd be lying if I said your deceased friend, the reason I wanted him out of here was because I do know who he is. And I don't want that kind of attention, him dying. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen at some point, but it might happen. I don't think so. Don't need that attention. And I know who he is, and I've seen you with him before.
But in terms of attention, he's got a long history of, let's say, misbehaviour. But who would you be worried about? What sort of attention would you be worried about?
The thing is, every previous time I've seen him, you've been at his side. But last night, as she says this, her eyes suddenly bulge very wide. And she fumbles clumsily at the back of her head and pulls out a little dart. She sways and goes, "Oh dear." She coughs up some foamy, sort of bloody stuff.
Oh boy.
Falls to her knees and drops to the floor with a heavy thud.
Yikes. Can I see the direction from which the
Oh yeah.
came?
Oh yeah. It came from indoors. Emerging from the shadows are two tall figures. As they step forward, you both see that they are Aarakocra, who you might know as bird people.
Big bird people.
Big bird people, essentially. They are masked. I mean, it's hard to mask that you're a bird person, but...
It's a mask and then a beak.
Yeah, there is a beak poking out, but beyond that, distinguishing features they do have.
They could be plague doctors.
They could simply be plague doctors, yeah. Although these ones certainly haven't taken any kind of Hippocratic oath.
Yeah.
The two of them step out of the shadows slowly and stealthily and advance towards you both.
What's the meaning of this?
In a murderous sort of way.
They're not ones for
I
explanation.
yell for Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown.
Code Brown.
Code Brown, Code Brown.
How tightly am I wrapped in this carpet?
Oh yeah.
You are quite strong.
I probably dumped you vertically.
Oh, so I
But
can pop?
upside down
You could
vertically.
just roll at sort of, it would kind of, it's not like, I wouldn't have placed it down so that it's completely sealed, with the weight of it holding it together.
Yeah, sure.
So he could probably just wriggle out.
Oh yeah, I'd like to just roll and see if I can unroll out of the...
Unwind into
Yeah, that's
the...
fine. I actually don't know exactly how feign death works. Do you
It's literally...
Do you just
10 words here. It just says put a creature into a cataleptic state that's indistinguishable from death. It doesn't say anything about cancelling it. So maybe I'm it forever.
yes, that's
Well,
you
When it
now.
says
So
indistinguishable
indistinguishable
from death, it really means it.
I'm going to say you can cancel out of this whenever you choose to. That seems fair.
I cancel out and try and roly-poly sideways out of the carpet.
Yeah, sure. We'll say that you've been doing that anyway as soon as you were placed out there. Yeah, these two Aarakocra advance on the two of you. They each draw a murderous-looking short sword from their belts.
Feels like a rolly initiative-y sort of situation.
Rolly initiative
Yeah.
situation, yeah.
Situation, that kind of, yeah.
Well, that's a 3.
Go on, James.
10.
Nice.
16?
Fastest off the mark is one of these assassins. You are probably the most obvious threat. Miss Blue. The first one thrusts out a feathered hand and is going to cast Firebolt at you.
Okay.
Yep. So
When people do magic, they intend to do, isn't it?
what's your armor class, Ms.
What a great
Blue?
question. I have not had call to find out.
Oh, okay.
And all my coins have gone.
Have another one.
Who's thieved my coins?
He's loaded over here, apparently.
That's where all the coins
Coins
have
on
gone.
coins.
Right, my armor class is scratchy, scratchy. 9.
Oh no.
9.
Really flimsy all along.
Well, that is...
What happens to me?
Yeah. 18 plus 4. Yeah, that's gonna...
Higher. Oh, now I find out my
Mamma mia.
HP.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we don't know your HP yet, of course.
Yeah, my HP.
Don't forget to add something to it because you were blessed with aid, weren't you?
No,
I was
wasn't.
blessed with aid.
Oh,
This
interesting.
guy.
Okay.
No, I could do 3 of us. I could do,
Oh,
I did all
all of us.
I did all of
Oh,
us.
great.
So plus
Perfect.
10 then, I think.
Yeah.
It's just I was the most urgent case.
Fantastic. Well, a great time to have it because you've just
Okay.
taken 11 points of fire damage
Okay.
straight to center mass.
Let's find out what my HP was and is. It was 37 plus 10 with the aid,
47.
minus 11,
Yep.
36.
36.
This is fine. Yeah. No problem at all.
You're in better shape than I am going into this fight.
Mr. Brown.
Okay, so neither of them have seen me.
No, they haven't.
I would like to try and get a sword away from one of them.
Oh,
And
okay.
grab his sword off him so
Alright,
he doesn't
cool.
have a weapon.
Yep, no worries.
From like behind him
Yeah.
is your.
Just straight out the scabbard.
Well, if he's drawn it already, I'll try and like snatch it out of his hand without him seeing.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, this feels sleight of handy, I suppose.
That's the idea.
I think I will make a roll on behalf of the assassin. That feels fair, and we'll just call that like a wisdom perception.
22.
22. Yeah. Beats 14. Yeah, fine. The one who's further back, the one who didn't cast Firebolt, the short sword, you just sort of pull it out their hand. But they are now obviously aware of you, but...
And I have a sword.
And you have a sword. You have a sword. Brilliant. Good. Next is Ms. Blue.
All right, I smash my white wine spritzer to the side,
Oh.
What is a
and then and then I cast this one.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great one, probably.
Let's find out.
I remember them
I
all.
cast it on the armed Aarakocra, the one
Cool.
that's still got a sword.
Yeah.
And what I cast is... These are hardy scratch panels. Oh, Fireball, yes! Yeah! Come
Beautiful.
through, Fireball!
The heat of the fire unlocks something familiar in you.
Yeah.
And with grim retaliation, you shoot this spell back. So, yeah, what is this? The spell is fire...
Let me tell you.
Yeah, go on.
Scratch, scratch, scratch. Oh, it's very descriptive. There's lots of words. In a 20-foot radius sphere.
Oh!
Oh, that's quite big, isn't
This
it?
is fireball rather than firebolt.
This is Fireball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang.
And
Wow, everyone's going to die.
everyone get ready with your dexterity saving throws.
Yep. I'm going to
Or
say...
to take
what was it?
8d6 fire damage.
Oh, jeez.
Am
I'm standing next to you, right?
Fireball!
You're like, Mr. White, you're out of this. Mr. Brown, you definitely are not out of this.
So it's a radius centered on the armed Aarakocra, 20-foot radius. So
Wow.
I was
Yeah,
next to the other Aarakocra, but presumably they're both in the
quite
same.
close.
pretty close to
together.
yeah.
That's
Right.
fine because it means it will hit both Aarakocras.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Well-
Swings and roundabouts.
dexterity saving throws.
This is a
then.
kind of you call that a knife situation, I think, with the firebolt cantrip, and
Oh,
then
cute! A firebolt.
Yeah.
Check this out. Fireball.
you level the tavern. Yeah. Okay, so
See if I've got advanced proficiency in dexterity saving throws.
yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
let's all make saving throws for the two. Okay, no.
So add my dexterity
Ouch.
modifier and my saving throw modifier?
I think it's baked into your saving throw.
Okay, fine.
I think.
25 then.
Okay, cool.
More cartwheels.
All right. Yeah. So is it half damage on a failed
It
save?
is half damage on a failed save.
So let's roll the full damage.
Can I have your
Everyone's
d6s?
D6s.
All right. I'm going to roll these 3 twice. 6 plus 3 plus 2 is 11. Plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 11 is 20.
20.
20 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah. With one hand, you absorb the fire attack. It hurts you.
Oh, yeah.
Burns you.
That's like hell.
But it's almost like you kind of take it within. It travels through one arm, and you just whip it back out the other tenfold. Both Aarakocra are immediately engulfed in this
I
swirling...
center it on my white wine spritzer. I sort of like...
That was like your targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spray out a sort of
Yeah.
flamethrower
Yeah.
arc of white wine
Spritzer.
flaming spritzer.
Yeah.
They are both very, very
Smells like roast chicken.
yeah.
This tavern does rotisserie.
It smells good. They are badly hurt. They are not out for the count.
Okay.
They've got plenty of fight in them yet. And one of them's about to show it. I think you have probably established yourself as the main threat, but
I'm as surprised as anyone.
having noticed that you're here, they both turn to face you, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
The one closest to you cannot hit you with a short sword, but can hit you with a chromatic orb. What was your armor class once more?
13.
13. Yep, okay. That's a hit. They can choose this type of damage. They will certainly choose poison. Yep, that is 4d8. 18.
Okay.
Take 18 points of poison damage. Yeah, as this.
How are you doing?
It doesn't matter.
You got your extra 10 though, didn't you? So
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's a sort of colourful beam of agonising magic is kind of fired out the hands of this Aarakocran assassin. And next is Mr. White.
I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I'm still large for probably another, well, probably for the duration of this
6
combat,
second
to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to take advantage of my largeness and take one large hand and
Yeah.
grab one of the Aarakocra around the neck and wring its stupid chicken neck, please.
Okay, cool. Good. We'll call. What do we call that?
You'll have to decide the damage, but it's got to be a strength thing, hasn't it?
neck grapple.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, add your.
If I could snap his neck, that would be ideal. But okay.
Yeah, add your strength.
Yeah, strength modifier. It's a strength trait. Right? Yeah. 14.
You have advantage on strength checks because of large.
Oh, that's true. I have advantage. Yeah, of course.
Because of how large you are.
That's why I've rolled a 4 as well. So,
I'm
14.
14.
I'm gutted to tell you that the attack unfortunately misses. Maybe just because they're just a little more cooked than you were thinking. They're kind of knocked to the ground. So as you swing your fist, they're sort of like they're caught in this fiery maelstrom.
Right.
It's moving them around. They're a little hard to hit. Speaking of that fiery maelstrom, Mrs. Blue, I'll give you a memory as you reflect on this this fiery hell that you've created.
Okay.
Because this reminds you of another very dark time. Your father's house.
Tucking into a roast chicken dinner.
Yeah, it is in fact the smell of roast fowl that takes you back to your father's house. The house has gone to ruin since your mother passed. Your father himself is curled at your feet, his big shoulders racked with sobs, as he confesses the scale of his secret debts. All those lectures on justice and hard work that you endured, all from an inveterate gambler, as it turns out. He begs you for money. You must have forgotten how little the City Watch pays, even to enforcers of your status. He does not deserve help. And yet, he is still your father. And we're back in the room, where everything's on fire. So that's good. Right, it's the other Aarakocran's turn. This is the one who does have a sword. So yeah, it's going to be another attack at you, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
Armor class again, sorry, no, I keep
13.
asking. 13, yeah. Okay, 2 short sword attacks. Right, what is your HP at?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Yeah, sure, okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they swipe at you. The sword blow connects. They move with surprising speed and hit you for 7 points of.
I have died.
Well, you're unconscious.
Okay.
Right. Ooh, exciting.
These are pretty effective assassins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Way to go.
It's fine. He's just feigning death again.
He's good at this.
This short sword hits you kind of like here on the shoulder into the neck. It bites in. You feel the agony of the steel like biting into you, and it knocks you flat to the ground. You do not get up. At the sight of this, both of them are going to, well, the one who's still got a sword is going to sheath it, and they are both just going to run for the door. Bolt for a window, essentially. I think as far as they're concerned, this looks like mission accomplished.
I'd like to try and chase after one of them and grab it.
Yeah, sure. Let's make this a grapple.
I've got, my speed is increased by 10 feet because I'm large.
Yeah, with one.
I have an enormous stride.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go and grapple one of them as the other one escapes.
Yeah, sure. No worries. You know what? I'm going to tell you that this just works because they just rolled an out one.
Ah, sweet.
I'll roll for the other one. That's a bit better. What's the plan? Are you trying to grab both of them or just one?
Whichever one is slightly behind, I want to try and, grab the one that's closest to me.
Yeah.
And probably grab its beak.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this as quietly as possible. I'm a large lad, but basically the idea is that
Large lad.
I don't want the other one to turn around. I want him to. He's bolting, single-minded, hopefully. And I'm going to try and pluck the other one out of the. Not pluck. That'd be weird. Giant chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, grab the other one.
They scamper for the door. They kind of parkour and slide their way like cool, stealthy, quick assassins.
Types, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the sort.
Before you can even blink, one of them has just sort of leapt for a window, like tuck and rolled, smashed through it, and flies off into the air. Another one prepares to do the same thing, but with your enormous reach and large lad speed. Yeah, you just grab them by the beak,
right
out of the sky. They make a pained croaking noise. And it reminds you of a croaking noise you heard not so long ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, memory time for you.
Oh, okay.
A dark room, 2 chairs, a quiet croaking voice from the shadows. If I know our mutual friend, he'll have a plan. Let me know what he's scheming, and I'll make sure you never need to worry about money again. And the best bit, he doesn't even have to die.
Bit late for that.
Yeah.
End of memory.
It doesn't have to, but yeah, it's optional.
Okay, you have a subdued assassin by the beak.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown is unconscious on the floor.
Yep.
This is the situation.
And
the tavern. The tavern is lightly on fire, I think.
Yeah. I want some answers from this bird person, so I'm restraining the Aarakocra.
I think we should stabilize Mr. Brown, right?
I love that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there a way to
Put
stabilize?
him in the recovery position or take the sword out of him.
I do a death saving throw.
Medicine check from you, please,
Okay.
Miss Blue. And we will do a death saving throw, please, for you, Mr. Brown.
It's an 8.
Okay.
Medicine.
You have
I
not-
got it?
You are not dying right now. I mean, you are dying. You have not died.
Oh, I have a -1 to medicine, so fine.
Okay.
All right.
Try and stabilize.
All right, so I'm trying to put you in the recovery position, where you kind of like one leg here and one arm here and jaw tip back.
Does that work when you've been stabbed?
Yeah.
The
it's for
inflection on
everything.
recovery position there was perfect for your recovery position.
-1. 6.
6.
Yeah.
You put Mr. Brown in what you consider to be the recovery position.
Okay.
Make me another death saving throw.
16.
Okay. You are hardy. You're clinging on.
I feel like I should try a healing spell. And I have counterspell. Can I counter my own spells?
Oh.
So I've got like an undo.
Well, I guess we're out of combat. Oh, there's nothing wrong with doing one spell quickly after another one.
Skyrim style. Counterspell in the left hand.
Just in
mystery
case.
spell in the right hand.
I am going to allow it. I will also say, as the light fades, Mr. Brown, and as reality around you blurs into just abstract ideas and time seems to stretch, a memory stirs.
Life flashes before your eyes.
You sit uneasy in an expansive leather chair, brandy in one hand, the accounts book in the other. It's written in code, of course, better to dodge the taxman or the noose. What would your young self have thought of these numbers? And yet, the more you have, the more you need. The more dangerous people there are to pay, the more wealthy pockets to line. To the hells with this, you think. We'll go to Emily. She knows how to soothe a troubled brow. And
The only thing I'll never have is enough.
I'd trade it all for a little more. Okay, right. Let's see about that
Counter
healing.
spell. Mystery spell.
Yeah.
A mystery spell?
Point it right at me.
This one. All right. All right.
Let's see how this works out.
I don't like this.
I hit Mr. Brown with Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, I don't counterspell it because
He sits uneasy in an expensive leather chair.
The only thing I'll never have is enough.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
You pick up the name Emily.
Emily, and I recognise the name Emily.
You
from
pick up
E
the name Emily. You heard everything I just said.
Okay, great. I did hear everything you just said.
Not only that,
Yes.
but you pick up a few other thoughts as well.
Oh, okay.
You pick up the thought, my shoulder hurts so much. I think they probably nicked an artery.
Oh.
And you gain insight into where might be a good place to apply pressure to save Mr. Brown's life.
You didn't have the insight before of the massive
I had
sword
a
wound.
-1 to medicine.
Yeah,
This is new.
And it's kind of like, there's like blood and cuts everywhere, and the wound is like through a nice silk shirt. It's like, the silk's all
Anyone
enmeshed.
could have missed that. I say turning him over and seeing blood pump out of his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I rip a strip off my
That's fine.
blue silk thing and bind it up.
You are stabilized. Roll me a d8, and that'll be how many hit points you have.
Okay. 4.
Cool. Nice.
A
A regular Robin Oat cake.
Meanwhile, can I interrogate this Aarakocra?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Who sent you? What's this about? Okay. I'll open his beak, but I'm holding him by the arms so he
Sure.
can't get up.
Sure.
Basically just sitting on him.
Okay.
Like, big, large guy sitting on the Aarakocra now.
Okay, cool.
Shoulders pinned to the deck. Like, who sent you?
Yeah. Are you pulling the
Yeah.
face mask away? Okay.
Yeah.
This Aarakocran assassin, it's a female Aarakocra, actually. And she stares at you with murder in her bird-like eyes.
Don't test me, Aarakocra. I've been letting off spells with no idea what they've been doing. And if you don't talk, I'm just going to cast something and both of us will see what it is. Might turn you inside out. I don't know. So you better start talking.
I'm a dead bird any minute now.
Right, is someone going to blow a little blow dart through the window or something? Is that what you're worried about?
You'll know by now that I failed again.
Again?
Yes, again.
What did you fail at the first time?
Failed in my mission last night. This was my opportunity to make it right.
Right, so you were trying to kill our friend over here.
Oh no,
Kill me?
no.
Kill her?
Do you not remember?
No!
Interesting. And I suppose it did work in some capacity. This information could save my life.
So you might as well tell me who sent you then.
I was hired by... She says this as if you'll all know what it means. Skin a rabbit.
Skin a rabbit.
Skin a rabbit.
And where can we find skin a rabbit? So that doesn't sound grammatically correct, but let's go with it.
Where you normally reside. Of course, you don't remember... Yeah.
Yeah. Don't make me warm up my casting hand.
Well, he lives in the top floor of a hotel
Right.
on the other side of town.
Which hotel?
It's called the Mason Jar.
The Mason Jar.
Yes. A very nice establishment it is too.
Anyone seen Lurchin round here? Who can... and why, what was your mission last night?
How are you going to help me?
By not scratching off the next bit of my character sheet. That might not mean anything to you, but in here it makes perfect sense.
You think you're acting like not knowing who you are is some kind of advantage that you wield over me.
Yeah, it is.
If only you knew. It's just odd to see you two acting so chummy. She's looking at you two.
Right.
I know. I presume I'm sort of groggily
Mr. Brown, Mr. White.
getting to my feet.
Yeah. You can all be standing over this Aarakocra if you like.
You might not want to be when I fire off one of my spells.
Oh, I'm ready. Whatever you've got, I'm ready to die.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, I'm going to step back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what radius
Stepping
this
back
is.
to
20
at least a
feet.
30-foot radius.
Nothing's got 30 feet. You've got as long as it takes him to scratch off this thing.
Yeah.
You don't know what that means, but it makes sense to us.
I'm not scared. She's sort of trying to summon up some courage. I'm not scared. I was in the Duke's army, up north, before he was overthrown. I've served. I've been trained. I know how to accept death with honor and dignity.
Wow. Not death like this, I shout from the other side of the room.
Yeah.
We can help you. We can get you out of here.
And I
What do we need to know?
I stare her dead in the eyes, and I cast suggestion. Where I suggest a course of activity to one creature I can see.
Oh, that was good.
Okay.
The suggestion must sound achievable and not involve anything that would obviously deal damage to the target. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or have the charmed condition
Hello.
for the duration. The charmed target pursues the suggestion to the best of its ability.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. This sounds good.
Join us. Help us in our quest. Protect us.
I will join you. I will help you in your quest.
Did she fail the wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, that's a 2. So I'm guessing that, yeah. I will protect you. By now, he will know that I have failed, and he will kill me from a distance.
Tell me, do you recognize this symbol? I say and show the fox with the teeth on the ring.
Yes, of course.
What is it?
Mr. Harfoot, it's your family sigil.
Okay.
I should warn you, I have no greater wish in my heart than to help you all. So I should tell you, Skinner Rabbit has sent me to kill you after last night went bad. But he has a failsafe.
Oh.
If I don't achieve my aims, which I am delighted to say I haven't.
Yes, good.
Yes. Not as delighted as us, but yes, I can imagine.
He knows where he's looking at you now, Mr. Brown. He knows where your family will be at 5 o'clock today. I mean, most everyone knows.
Of course.
At the Church of All Martyrs.
Church of All Martyrs.
If you want to protect your nearest and dearest, that's where you need to go. Now, as to getting out of here, and then, the sort of foaming blood. There's a little dart in the side of the thing.
No!
Yeah, at the window you see the Aarakocra from before go
Curse you.
and fly away again.
Okay. Well, is there a clock in here? Do we know what time it is?
The hour approaches.
All Martyrs Church.
We've got to get to the All Martyrs Church. You, urchin, down the street.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, we need to get to the All Martyrs Church. There'll be an enforcer position in my organisation for you in it.
Also, here's 56 gold.
And in enforcer position? Yeah, he takes the bit. You're giving him 56 gold.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
You'll be a made boy.
He's going to run. He's going to.
Boy.
He looks down at the gold, weighs up his options, and runs away as fast as he can with the gold.
Oh.
In the direction of the church, at least.
Maybe.
You little jerk. I'm going to cast a spell on him.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I'm casting Summon Undead.
Okay.
Wait, if it's a wedding, they'll be ringing the bells. Ring the bells before the wedding.
Well, let's figure out what's happening with this
Alright,
summoned
okay,
undead
let's one
first.
thing at a time.
It's
Right.
happened. It's scratched.
Yeah, it's scratched.
Seeing is happening.
I call
unscratch the
forth
panel.
an undead spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space. I'm guessing just in front of where the urchin is running. That I can see within range. When you cast the spell, choose the creature's form. Oh, we've got a choice here. What do we fancy? We've got ghostly, putrid, or skeletal. What do you think? What would
dealer's
freak a
choice.
child most out? Probably skeleton. I reckon.
Skeletal, probably, yeah.
Yeah, he'll run straight directly into a sort of bony, horrible skeleton.
As he runs, it just erupts from out of the ground and grabs his ankles.
Making that skeleton sort of...
I've got a bone to pick with you.
The jaw is sort of chattering as it laughs.
Yeah.
In an unhinged way. He wets himself with fright, of course.
I'll just take the 56 gold back off him.
Yes.
I put an avuncular arm around his shoulder. This could have been so easy.
The church is that way.
All right.
The bells should be tolling any minute.
Okay, I'll leave him to be dragged into hell by the skeleton.
Sure. Yeah, you turn away. I guess you don't really find out what happens. Yeah. Are you going to keep the skeleton with you? I don't think you don't have to dismiss it. I don't think.
Oh yeah, you could just have a skeleton.
Yeah, just have
a skeleton.
You put a little... I mean, can we put a little bow tie on him?
If he's going to a wedding.
Bow tie on him because he's going to a wedding.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Take a bit, tear a scrap of your silk off.
Yeah.
You make a little silk bow tie.
Make a little silk bow tie.
Yeah.
So he's dressed for the occasion now.
Perfect. Oh, I tell you what. Do you remember one of the things you found in the safe we'll say it was the thing that was inside the letter that was mentioned that you didn't get. We'll say it was a purple buttonhole.
Oh, lovely.
For a wedding or something, so you can pop that in the...
Anyway, this creature
skeleton
only
trick.
disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends, so...
Okay, brilliant. Right,
Do you want to give him a name?
Bonesley.
Oh, Bonesley. Okay, good.
Have you shrunk back down to your normal but still
I'd have
very,
thought so,
still
yeah.
very big size?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still 8 foot, but I'm not like
A mere 8
14
foot.
foot or whatever.
Okay.
All right, we dash towards the
I
sound of
ride
bells.
my blue horse towards
Oh,
the sound of the
great.
bells.
I ride Bonesley.
Cool.
I
Well done.
Right.
As
Oh, is he
Thinking
like a 12-foot Home Depot skeleton?
Yeah. Depends if they're large when I cast it. Maybe everything I cast is large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you approach, this is a little further away because this is in the nicest part of town. So this is going to take you maybe a quarter of an hour to get there or something. As you ride and reflect, some memories swim out of the murk. For you, Miss Blue, and you, Mr. White. Let's do Miss Blue first. You sit in a tavern, mulling the prisoner's offer. You're not some moon-eyed dame to be charmed by a charismatic felon, but you can't deny the audacity of his plan. It would put a serious dent in your reputation. And yet, the coin he offers would clear your father's debt and buy you a new life. What's holding you to this flea-bitten town anyway? Mr. White.
Mm-hmm.
A full moon shines down on a wet street. You walk fast to drown out the thoughts. Oathbreaker. The shame chases you through the night and buzzes in your mind like a mosquito as you near the appointed place. He was going to up and leave you all anyway, and there's no honour among thieves, right? But rounding a corner you see the tavern. He and the guard are outside. She takes the punch just as planned. You don't have to be here, but you have to see it happen. The shadow emerges from the alleyway. You see the little box. Perfectly dark, it does not reflect the moonlight. And it is raised. It's time to make a choice. End memory. Okay. So we are approaching the church. Remind me how we are proceeding.
Well, you're on a horse.
I'm on
You're
a horse.
riding a
Skeleton.
12-foot Home Depot
Skeleton.
skeleton, and I'm
To
just
the
running.
front door?
Yeah, I mean, we need to keep an eye out for assassins, right? They're going to be attacking
Yeah.
my family, I suppose. I won't be able to recognise them. Maybe they'll be the ones best dressed for a wedding.
They'll be on one side of the aisle.
Yeah.
The church, you can see it from a few streets away. It's huge. It's a very grand cathedral. It's the focal point of the entire city, really. It's fantastically grand. So you can see its sort of dreamy spires and big clock from a long way off, and it is indeed just ticking over to 5 p.m. The church sits in the middle of a large square in the town. And as you enter this square, move between a long road between two buildings and the space opens out in front of you. There's a huge crowd in here, huge crowd in the square. It seems that town folk have come from every corner for this. Close to the center of the crowd, in front of the church, there's a group of people who are dressed more formally. They're all wearing purple or have little purple accent colors. You see some of the same buttonholes that you've just placed on Bonesley the skeleton. At the top of the steps, a man in some official-looking robes is addressing the crowd from a wooden platform. Welcome, citizens, he says. Today is one for celebration. And he gestures to the gallows. Today is the execution of Bron Halffoot, criminal mastermind, thief, gambler, convicted tax evader. The crowd roars in excitement. The group near to the gallows hang their heads in dismay. Halffoot is under guard with our most trusted enforcer, the official continues, and will shortly be brought hence, the city having satisfied his last request, a night of drinking and revels. For shame. Under the watchful eye of our finest battle wizard, of course. While we wait, Emily, the convicted's fiancée, will now read a short poem in memory of her soon-to-be departed lover. Huh. You see a beautiful woman you recognise her from your memory. As Emily steps sorrowfully up, she wipes a tear, and she takes a piece of paper, sort of swallows bravely, and prepares to read a poem. Love is a many-faceted jewel. This is as far as she gets. Suddenly, from behind the gallows, a rangy-looking fellow steps up behind her and in one smooth movement holds a knife to her throat and proclaims in a croaky voice, Bron Halffoot, I know you're out there. Come forward, show yourself or she dies. Right now.
Oh boy. Well, that's me. So yes, I step forward.
Mm-hmm. It takes a little while for your voice to be heard because there's a shock and a panic, obviously, like rippling through the crowd.
The skeleton, or?
Well,
Round the corner.
You're at the back of the crowd. When this happens, a lot of people are like, oh, like so many things in this city, this is about to go south, and they all decide to dip. They turn and see a skeleton with a bow tie, and they're like,
being ridden by a Goliath.
Yep. Very much time to dip. The square is emptying as people are sort of panicking and screaming. So it takes you a little while to be heard, but as the place does empty out, he identifies you eventually. Holding up. Aha! Come forward, Bron. My hated enemy.
Yeah, okay, I will move forward.
Mm-hmm. What about you two?
I think I whispered to Bonesy, I think you can take the bow tie off. Not a wedding after all.
Misread the situation.
I was really looking forward to a wedding.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh.
This is much worse.
Disappointment.
For me, especially.
I mean, we're all suffering.
The square is emptying out. The official in robes is like trips over his robes as he scrambles to run. He shouts over his shoulder, "You thugs! Kill each other for all I care. Rule will be restored to this city," and runs around a corner.
Nice to disrupt the hanging, though, I suppose, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Let's see how this goes. Let her alone. You.
Skin a rabbit.
Rabbit.
Sorry, skin a rabbit.
I assume.
Probably you, isn't it?
I presume.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Do you not know who
Oh,
I am?
I know, all right. I smelled you a mile away, Skinner. My old nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The first time you stabbed me.
Pretty sweet.
Where were we?
Why, we were at...
About 6 inches apart, probably.
yeah, no, we were... the Turkish baths.
You don't remember.
I stab a lot of people. How am I supposed to remember every single stabbing?
And you? You two are friends now, are you? Interesting. And you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have thought you'd be associating with criminal scum like us.
The only thing that can defeat evil is love, I say. And me and
You
my
have
friends-
lost your memory.
My loving friends will defeat you, evil Skinner Rabbit.
Not the Bron I know. But, well, I suppose I'm embarked on this course of action now. I suppose, I may as well violently kill you in front of the whole town. He gives a whistle. And, emerging from round the side of each church are, 2 hooded figures. They remove their hoods.
Let Emily go. She's got nothing to do with this, I say.
He does not respond.
All right.
Time to start
I
blasting.
I cast Stinking Cloud on him and Emily.
Okay.
So she may have to smell some Stinking Cloud, but
She
hopefully...
she may have to be poisoned. But yeah, hopefully.
It doesn't do any poisoning. It's just nauseating and
Yeah.
we'll try and get out of the area, I expect.
Okay, yeah. Give me the Stinking Cloud description then.
You create a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow nauseating gas, centered on a point. The cloud is heavily obscured. It lingers in the air for the duration or until a strong wind disperses it.
Ooh.
There's no mystique left in your relationship anymore.
Yeah, you're a leave the bathroom door open couple at this point.
Get stunk on, I say.
Yeah, you cast Stinking Cloud on Skinner Rabbit and Emily. Immediately, you lose sight of them because they're obscured in
A stinking cloud?
a stinking cloud. So who knows what's going on in that stinking cloud. But you hear...
I know Emily, and I certainly don't. She will have used that opportunity to escape.
You hear coughing and retching. Yeah, these 2 hired goons who you recognise as like battle mages, essentially,
Oh boy.
are rounding on
One
you.
of those.
They are just going to try and kill you.
Okay. Can I cast aid on us as we go
you
in?
can cast aid. You
All
can
right.
cast aid, yeah.
Everyone
Go
have
for it.
another 10 hit points.
Well, I'm back up to the number of hit points that I started with initially.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I am
Oh, perfect.
significantly disadvantaged.
I got hit points to spare. Let's go.
Game's going very well. All right, everybody roll me initiative then. Yeah. See how you do against some battle mages.
Nat 20!
Whoa!
22.
4.
All right. On the nat 20.
All right. Just gonna start blasting. Gonna cast whatever this is.
Scratch it off.
Ooh. I'm gonna cast Fear.
Hey,
and I'll
pretty
tell
good.
you what that involves after
Yeah.
I finish scratching. It's 30-foot radius. Cone, even, sorry. Must succeed in a wisdom saving throw. Or drop whatever it's holding
Sure.
and have the frightened condition applied.
Okay. Now, the church is quite wide, and these 2 mages are coming at you from the left and right
Hang on.
sides.
I'm
Yeah.
still going.
There's more.
I think he's just being neat about it.
A frightened creature takes the dash action and moves away from you
Right.
by the safest route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move. Yeah, fine. Well, I'll just blast the full 30-foot cone on this one guy.
One of them, left or right?
Let's toss a coin.
I think it's the same either side.
Left.
Okay. Was there a check involved there
Wisdom
to see,
check, yep.
try and resist the wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, it'll drop whatever it's holding.
Mages are pretty wise. 3.
Not that
Not
one.
this one.
Okay. How does this look? What do you do exactly?
I cast this 30-foot cone, and it's as if, like, a vision of Bonesley's chattering skull face is growing, like, to a giant sort of apparition of a chattering skull face advances towards this battle mage, and it's the scariest thing he's ever seen.
Okay, yeah, this mage, as soon as it's this mage's turn, is gonna go as far away from you as they are physically able to.
Cool.
On their turn. Brilliant work. Andy, Mr. Brown, what do?
Well, I'm going to turn my attention to the other mage,
Yep.
and I feel like they aren't ready to handle slow. Okay. You alter time for around up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by this spell for the duration.
Okay, the mage has rolled a 14 against your spell save DC, which I can inform you is 15.
Oh, good.
Right. Around this battle mage, the air seems to ripple in a cubely kind of way. You see the mage, whose hands were going up surely to cast some kind of horrible spell. It's like... You see their eyes widen. Their thoughts are moving at normal speed, and they've got a panicked look in their eye. Whose turn is it now?
We add Bonesley to the initiative order.
We should add Bonesley. We forgot to add lovely
I'll roll for him.
Bonesley.
2. There you go.
Okay, well, good job, Bonesley.
Bonesley is in the order. You feared the mage on the left, didn't you? Cool. It's the mage on the right's turn, but having been slowed, I feel like
If he casts something, it will just move slowly.
Yeah. I think that
Easily avoidable.
that is certainly the most awesome way that this could work.
Yeah.
Okay. This mage is going to cast Magic Missile.
Which always works.
Yeah, which always hits, from a high spell slot. So they are going to send, one more dart.
It always hits, but it is going very slowly, so it's just going to kind of chase you around like a Pac-Man.
Yeah. The mage goes like this. And as the hand moves in a sort of rainbow shape, like little pink glowing dagger-shaped bolts of magic kind of go ding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just sort of appear in a row and very slowly. It's like watching a rocket lift off. They just start to just kind of accelerate, but unbelievably slowly.
Yeah.
That's a lot of missiles though.
Mm-hmm.
So think on. Miss Blue.
Yes.
You don't have any counter spells left, do
Yeah,
you?
can I counterspell the magic missiles? I mean, they happened really slowly.
You know it.
I had plenty of time.
Of course you can. They're all slowed down from slow. Yeah. Without even thinking, as a reaction, you just snap your fingers, you just wave, you're like, no. And all of them just wink out of existence. And
Good idea.
now what's your turn?
Okay, I would like to scratch off my penultimate spell. I'm going to go this one,
Okay.
middle right. And I aim it at the unslowed priest, the other one.
Oh,
That's
the
running
right.
away.
The feared,
The one who's about to run away.
the one who's
Yeah,
about
feared
to
one.
run away. Oh. Well, I mean, we're working against each other, but I cast Hold Person on the mage that's running away.
Huh, okay.
This is going to be very upsetting for that mage. Yep.
Okay,
It's that mage's turn next.
saving throw, a wisdom saving throw. If he wants to continue fleeing.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Okay. The mage, confronted with the vision of
Skeleton, yeah.
Bonesley, turns and flees, but finds that they are completely unable to move. They struggle against invisible bonds. This is psychologically devastating, as you can well imagine. It seems almost as if Bonesley himself is the one holding the mage in place. Yeah, dragging this mage down to hell for their many crimes.
Like that urchin.
Like that urchin, yeah. Yeah, and for siding with a wrong and like skin a rabbit. They're not hurt, but obviously that's very upsetting. It's Bonesley's turn if you want to ask Bonesley to do anything.
I'd like to ask Bonesley to go in and rescue Emily, because he can go into a stink cloud because he doesn't have a nose.
How does he smell?
Like,
Doesn't smell great.
Yeah, I suppose. Musty.
Yeah, I'd like to send him in to rescue Emily.
Yep, that's fine.
Or at least attempt to.
Yeah. He sets off at a kind of
Bonesley,
rattly,
go get Emily.
jangly sprint. Sounds like a load of xylophones falling down the stairs.
Nice.
Into the cloud.
Yep.
And it's your turn.
It is. Well, now that this terrified battle mage is held in place, I've got one more spell. I feel like it's probably time to
give it to him.
let rip. And it is. Oh, it's agonizing blast.
Hey!
Folks,
Let him have it.
It's your favourite. It is your
warlock.
favourite. Apparently so.
Hey! Yay! Warlock reveal. Yay!
Saving the best till last.
Warlock.
So Jane, you'll be familiar with this as I
Okay.
hurl
Twin
two
beams.
beams
Pew,
of
pew.
crackling energy.
Add your charisma.
Add my charisma. Oh, I get to scratch off my charisma as
Yay!
Should
How
be high.
charismatic.
well. Yeah, +2. I'm so charismatic. I always knew. Okay.
Oh, I'm so happy.
So target takes force damage plus charisma modifier.
It
Okay.
has to hit first, but
Doesn't it?
they are held.
Yeah.
So roll both
With
attacks
advantage?
with advantage. Yeah.
So I rolled an 11.
What's your proficiency?
+2 to.
+2. Yeah, it's 13. And I'm rolling at advantage.
Mhm.
Yeah. 13.
13.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Right. One
That's-
hits.
That's one
What about
beat.
the other?
That is 14.
Brilliant.
Don't need to roll again, presumably, because that hits.
That hits. Yeah.
Oh,
roll
I
that-
should roll again just in case I get a nat 20, right?
Yes, you
Get to
should.
double the
Okay.
damage, but
Nah.
I got fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Roll
Both hit.
damage.
So 1d10 force damage plus charisma. So that's 5 is 7 for one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and 9 for the other one.
What a terrible 6 seconds this mage is having. Yeah, from their point of view, it seems as if Bonesley, the devil himself, who's making him want to flee but is physically unable, is now also shocking him with agonizing blasts of crackling
Force damage.
force damage. Yeah. Very badly hurt by it. Is what you see happening.
Cool.
It looks pretty cool. You're up next, Mr. Brown.
What I would like to do, which I think could be extremely cool, is I would like to hold my turn until the slowed battle mage. I'm hoping he fires off more magic missiles, and I would like
Okay.
to hold my turn until after he's done that.
No problem. That's okay. In fact, he's up next. Having gone and seen the magic missiles wink out of existence, he's just had time to go 7 more, and they're still moving slowly through the slow field. Ms. Blue.
Now I would like to take.
Oh yeah. Now you take your turn.
Yeah. So I would like to go over to the mage, pick him up, and then place him in front of his own magic missiles.
I mean, as you said, this would be quite cool, and we know what the rules are regarding cool, don't we? So, yeah, absolutely. No need to roll for this. You move the mage in front of his own
7 magic missiles.
7 magic missiles.
And then I'll just cancel slow, I guess.
Yep.
I'll take.
So they hit with the full force of a missile.
Okay. Yeah, they go off rapid fire. They just all sort of fire into his
Pepper him with magic missiles.
pepper him with magic missiles. He's blasted backwards and deeply confused. And it's your turn now, Ms. Blue.
Okay.
You've got 2 injured mages.
Bonesley's in the stink cloud.
Correct.
Searching.
Silver spoon.
Okay, I would like to. Which of the mages looks healthier? Probably the held one, right?
Neither looks very honestly, they are similarly
Oh, okay.
hurt.
All right. Well, let's put the held one out of his misery,
Okay.
because it's my final
Yay!
ability. Hope it's a good one. It is Mind Spike. Yes.
Oh boy.
Mind spike.
Mind spike.
Nice.
All right. This poor battle mage gets a spike of psionic energy driven right between the eyes.
He
And
thinks of Bonesley.
Bonesley, the devil himself,
Bonesley the all-powerful.
delivers 4d8 unless there's a wisdom saving throw made.
4d8.
Yes.
Okay.
4d8.
4d8.
Let's go. All right. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 1 is 13, plus 7 is 20.
Wow. Okay.
20 points of psionic energy.
Yeah. Do you want to kill the mage, or knock the mage unconscious. What do you think your
It
character...
would be a mercy at this point.
Your character, as far as you understand them...
Yes. Well, Wait, this mage is in league with Skinner Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have any loyalty to Skinner Rabbit.
No.
I definitely don't, in fact.
Nope.
I mean,
You are supposed to be upholding the law.
Yeah, but I've also seemingly taken a massive bribe. So I think my reputation is shot.
Fair.
Anyway, and I'm not sure I can pull my punches when it comes to a mind spike, a non-lethal mind spike.
It's hard to give a little mind.
Yeah, just full force.
Sure. Yeah. There's actually no visible effect to this. They just drop down dead.
Well, it's probably a kindness because they were really having a dreadful
Time of it, weren't they?
time.
Sure.
12 seconds of abject terror. And then,
If you like,
instantly killed.
Paralysis, terror, mind spike, and then what was before that? It was
agonizing blast.
And that's
Agonizing
it.
blast, yeah.
There's quite
Agonizing
satisfyingly on
paralysis.
this initiative tracker that I'm using to remove a character from the order. There's just a little like bin icon, like a little trash icon. So
In the bin.
In the trash.
in the bin.
With the rest of the trash.
Okay, it's Bonesley's turn next.
What did Bonesley find inside the stink cloud?
Well, we'll find out. Okay, so nat 20 for Bonesley.
Yeah.
Mike, we're back to top of the order with you.
All right.
Mr. White, you still technically have one mage standing, so...
I'd like to go after Skinner Rabbit as well, like if he's still, I know Bonesley's already up there rolling nat 20s, but I thought I'd run up there and see if I can...
not into the stink cloud.
Not into the stink cloud, but maybe like close enough to the stink cloud to maybe make out some shapes or something.
Yeah, as you get closer, you can see some shapes. You can see a figure on the ground,
Okay,
2 figures standing.
interesting. Does one of them look like a skeleton?
One of the standing ones looks like a skeleton, in that, they look a bit more like there are bits you can see through.
Right, okay. Well, I've got to assume that the other standing one is Skinner Rabbit. So let me have a look at... No, wait, I'm going to just summon another Bonesley. I've got another summon undead. I just want another Bonesley in the mix.
You just want more Bonesley.
Bonesley Mark II. Am I allowed?
I think that this is normally a concentration spell, so by summoning a Bonesley, you would be dismissing the first Bonesley. But again, I feel like it's adequate compensation for the fact that you didn't even know you could do this spell.
Yes.
Because of the amnesia, his head is a lot more empty and can fit two
Two Bonesleys can be concentrated on at
It
once.
can fit the magic required for
Great.
double Bonesleys. Yeah. Where is the other Bonesley going to erupt out of the earth?
Next to the other standing person,
Okay.
I want Bonesley 2 to grab this person. Not attack them, just grab them. So if it's Emily, that's fine. And if it's Skinner Rabbit, then he will be restrained.
Sure. Okay, great. Bonesy 2's turn.
Bonesley Jr.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Mr. Brown, your turn.
Okay, we've still got a battle mage up.
Yep, sort of. Tottering.
Tottering.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
But
just...
dangerous. Dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous. So let's give him the old thunder wave. Let's get him out of here.
Okay, that's a Constitution saving throw, right?
It certainly is.
Okay. Roll full damage, please, for me.
I will. Well, 16.
16. Do you want the mage to die?
Let's blast him back into the wall and knock him unconscious.
Sure. Exactly that happens against the side of the cathedral, just with a sort of wince-inducing noise. The
Oh, no.
back of the head just hits the stone, and this mage is knocked unconscious. As you stand there, the stink cloud, it doesn't vanish completely, but it starts to thin and dissipate, and it reveals the following diorama. On the ground is Skinner Rabbit,
Huh. Cool.
hunched like this. Stood is Emily, holding a small crossbow pointed at Skinner Rabbit. Or at least she's trying to, because a skeleton is also sort of,
Hugging her from behind.
yeah, like trying to wrestle her. She's terrified,
Okay.
as you might expect. That is the situation. You get a closer look at what he's doing. His hands he's got thick leather gloves, and he's holding a little black box. And as the stink cloud clears, you see he's gripping a little hand axe. And he's holding it over the little black box.
Okay.
Ready to strike, and he's looking at you like it's a threat. Come no closer.
Okay. I cast whatever this is.
This is our last spell.
This is our very last spell.
Here we go.
Boy.
I cast Mirror Image. 3 illusory duplicates of myself appear in my space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with me and mimic my actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real.
You could do like a boy band style, like synchronized dance routine, and it would look really good.
Yeah. There's an odd sort of vocal chorus effect as you shout in a distressed voice. Emily, are you all right, my love?
Sure, that sounds like something I say.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
Can I shout, Bonesley, grab his arm? The hand axe arm, to be specific.
Yeah? That's for Bonesley. Okay. Essentially, it doesn't work.
Right.
Bonesley moves forward, but Skinner Rabbit just sort of doesn't hit the box,
Right.
but just goes like this, just to illustrate the speed with which he could destroy the box if necessary, and it's a lot faster than Bonesley could get there.
Okay.
Cast whole person on Skinner Rabbit.
Nice. Okay.
Saving throw, please.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 14 plus 2 is 16 against
My spell.
your spell save DC,
Which
is
you were telling me what it was because.
15.
Okay.
15. Yeah, unfortunately, it fails.
Slippery Skinner Rabbit. All right.
Slippery Skinner Rabbit still has the upper hand.
What do you want?
Stay back.
What do you want, Skinner?
I'm gonna cast.
say-
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay, we're just
Oh,
gonna
okay.
keep blasting spells. at him.
Yeah.
He's probably got some story to reveal, Mike. Maybe.
Keep
That's
blasting.
all right.
Okay,
Keep
fine.
blasting. I like it.
I'm just gonna fire off suggestion. My second use of suggestion.
What's the suggestion?
Give us the box, and give yourself up.
Read me the description of suggestion.
You suggest a course of activity to one creature you can see. The suggestion must sound achievable and not
Yes.
involve anything that would obviously deal damage to the target. Target must
Wow.
succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the charmed condition for the duration.
Well, first let's see if he can just 18. Actually, dirty 20.
Oh, this guy is rolling
Yeah.
amazingly.
Yeah.
Forget it. Fine. All right, you try and negotiate with him then.
I just want to know what the box is and what he wants.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
Hard to get a hold of these days.
Assume it restores our memories, you big jerk.
You assume quite correctly.
Yeah.
Big jerk. That's not what you were saying to me the other night.
Is this your partner?
I honestly don't know.
But
I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
is he a good-looking
No.
I'm into some weird stuff.
guy? I have a type.
Yeah.
It's hideous men.
Never count me out, Bron. That was always your mistake. You always wanted to count me out. You can never count out old Slippery Skinner Rabbit. Oh no, and I have the upper hand now.
You destroy our memories, Skinner. We need those for the remembering.
I could easily destroy them. Maybe you'd like me to. Maybe if you knew who you really were, you'd thank me.
What do you want?
Well, I suppose what I want is for you to die.
I cast Feign Death.
Yeah. You drop to the floor.
Oh my god, you did it! So you can restore our
Well, in fact,
memories, right?
In fact, how many of you are there?
There's 3 of me.
Three of you all just like.
Like dominoes. Dun, 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 down. Sideways.
Here's what I'm going to do. Now, a real smart person would know that the feigned death is only feigned because the other illusory ones stay there. Whereas if you had really died, they would just sort of evaporate.
But I could cancel the spell, right? Can I do that?
Yeah, you probably
You
could
can cancel any time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so they disappear, you hit the deck.
Skinner Rabbit, you did it! I don't know how you did it, but you did it! I guess you can...
Was this your doing?
No, it must have been you.
You were playing a very long game, my friend.
Yeah, I'm a very long Goliath.
A very long game indeed.
I
guess
think
you
it
can-
is his partner. Or soon to be.
You can release the memories now.
Now that he's dead, I need my memories back. I got caught in the blast.
There. Now there's the rub. I think if I give you your memories back, it might not turn out so well for me.
Why are we married? Why not?
Well, because when you came to me 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and you told me that the crime boss that you were sworn to protect,
Yes.
who had been arrested for tax evasion,
Yes.
and had a secret plan to escape on the night before his execution
Yes.
by bribing a city guard,
Yes.
I knew that I could never let that happen. I could not live while Bron Harfoot, my hated adversary in crime, scampers away to a new life with his lovely fiancée. Oh no.
Well, he's dead now. You've killed him.
Yes, but
And also, I came to you, so we're pals now. You can give me the memories back, can't you? I'm so charismatic. Let me tell you how charismatic I am.
yes, I know all about how
I'm
Karen.
so charming.
Well,
Why don't you just do what I say?
well, that's what happened 2 nights ago.
Right.
Then there's what happened last night.
What happened last night?
You ruined the plan.
By accident, probably.
No, not by accident. You weren't even supposed to be there.
Well, I just thought I'd keep an eye on it.
As my Kokranara assassin tells me,
Well, you can't believe anything they say. Those
they were about
big chickens.
to steal Bron's memories,
Yes.
effectively deleting him from the crime world, nice and clean. Because of course, if there were to be a corpse, if there was to be a body, suspicion would fall upon me. But no, take the memory.
You could have just let him be hanged.
No, because he was planning to escape, wasn't he?
But, I mean, you know, you could have just, I don't know. Right, fine, carry on. Could you not have just sabotaged his plan to sabotage his hanging? Would that not have been easier?
Again, so charismatic.
Hang on, it's a good. Hang on. You're
your
asking
thought.
me why didn't I simply sabotage his plan to escape?
Yes.
Well, I did.
Right.
This was the
That was my plan that you then sabotaged. Having promised to sabotage his plan, you then sabotaged mine.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Well, by accident.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was no accident. You didn't have to be there. An attack of conscience is what it was.
I don't have a conscience. I've got too much charisma taken up space.
Oh, don't you? Oh, don't you?
No.
Oh, well, as my Aarakocran assassin told it, they were about to steal Bron's memories when you ran up, got all involved, pushed the mem sign out of his hand. You all reached for it in the melee. You as well. Have you lost your memories?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
What's that Nemesign? Oh, that thing.
Yes. Oh, you don't? Of course. Memories. It's a Nemesign.
Oh.
Your memories are in this box. Everything that you are, I hold it. I suppose I thought it hadn't worked at all after that failed attempt last night, but I suppose it must have had some limited effect. You really remember nothing?
Yeah, nothing at all.
Well, you have had some things come back.
A little bit. But for all intents and purposes.
Well, then all of you leave this square now. Take your skeletons away. Tell Emily to put down the crossbow.
She's going to do what she wants. You just killed her husband. She's not with us.
That's a good point. How's Emily reacting to this? Emily knows you pretty well, Brom. I'm going to see if she's persuaded by feigned death.
He does it every time the washing up needs doing.
Yeah, I imagine it. Yeah.
She's seen me do it in many a restaurant.
When the bill comes. Pick me up in the dumpster outside in 20 minutes. That is a nat 1.
Yeah. Oh,
Emily
wait, that was
thinks
for Emily. Oh.
You're dead. Tears flow down her cheeks, and she is gonna. Yeah, she's. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, she shoots Skinner Rabbit dead with the crossbow. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah. She stood there. She's heartbroken. Bron's dead.
Yep. Not anymore, I say, standing up, dusting myself off.
Bron!
Great work, Emily.
But how?
Remember the thing I do in the restaurant when we want to get free appetizers?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, Bron.
You always kill yourself at the appetizer stage.
That's Braun.
He creates 3 of himself, orders 3 sets of appetizers, and then kills himself.
You rascal! I really thought they were gonna hang you today.
Well,
I might have known you had some kind. Was this the plan?
This was the plan, baby. All planned out
Lucy.
and executed exactly as planned.
Well, I suppose we'd better skip town as soon as possible.
I suppose we better had.
Can we get our memories back?
Yeah, can we get this
what?
device?
Right.
Can we get the device out of Skinner Rabbit's hands? And
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's just
is it obvious how to reverse
You just open
this?
it and all the memories come out.
all we have to do is touch it.
All right. Touch it.
Well, everyone, let's hands
it.
in the middle.
Beep.
Your memories flood back.
Yeah.
Whoosh. You may as well now scratch your names off. Of
All
your,
right, and not to be like that, but I think I'm owed a great deal of money for helping you escape.
Yeah, probably. Let's.
And you did kind of escape. You are escaped now.
I am escaped now. Yeah, no, I always honour my debts. I expect.
Do I remember how much I'm owed?
You were owed the money from pawning the ring.
Oh, well, I'll take that 58 gold then, please.
Well, here you go.
My name is Berholt the Warlock. What's your name?
I'm Vavagret, and I was all along a wizard.
Yeah,
wizard.
Vavagret
Nice.
the wizard.
A supremely talented wizard whose gifts were wasted in the city guard. You dreamed of a life of magic and adventure, but were bound by familial obligation. Well, no longer to hell with all of that.
And I am Bron Halfboot, a bard. There you go.
Skilled at the pianoforte.
Now, Bron, I think I'm probably on your side and should get paid as well. I'm so charismatic.
All right. Well, you can have anything that's in old Skinner's pockets.
I think I'm going to rifle
It's
through
up to
his
you,
pockets.
Bron. Yeah, how will you be? I mean, you're off to a new life of love and freedom, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But how
Free
do you feel
appetizers.
about Berholt here, who, as you have learned,
I understand he had a crisis of conscience at the end and he tried to go back on it. So I understand that even though he made a poor decision, he couldn't go through with it in the end.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thanks.
For a crime lord.
Yeah, for a crime lord, that's
Well,
entirely forgiving.
It's put a few things into perspective.
Has it? Right.
This last few hours.
and Vavagret, you do indeed make off with the money that you were promised, because the deal you made with Bron
I'm out of the watch, I
was
assume.
that, on his final night of promised revelry before his execution, he would pawn his signet ring, give you the money. You'd take a fake punch to the face, and say he overpowered you and escaped.
All right.
So yeah, you get money, you get forgiven,
You get a new life.
you get a new life.
Hooray!
Call that a win.
Yay!
Hooray! Everyone died. So many people died.
Yeah.
Oh, that nemesis.
There we go. Well, that was it. That's what happens if you try and play D&D, but none of the players know who they are.
Yeah.
What happens
I
is
never even found out how charismatic I was. Damn, +4.
Oh,
I should have been going around being charismatic.
I think you were being very charismatic.
I also had -1 wisdom.
Oh. Well, thank you so much, Luke. This has
Well
been
done.
a wonderful adventure and obviously lots of hard
Yay.
work. So round of applause for Luke.
Yes, well done.
Thanks very much. You all did a brilliant job piecing it together. You were excellent players. Thank you so much. And thank you, viewer. You're the real hero. Do you know why? Because you watched a video on the Oxventure YouTube channel. Now, that's no small thing. And not all heroes wear capes. And how can you reward yourself? Well, there's several ways. One way would be to hit the like button. Another would be to leave a nice comment. Of course, I think really the greatest way that you can thank yourself is to go to store.outsidexbox.com and treat yourself to a beautiful piece of Oxventure merch. We've got some really cool stuff on the store there that is definitely worth checking out.
If you want to watch more D&D as well, we have our new Dungeons & Dragons campaign, Weirdwood, which is available now at youtube.com/Oxventure, where you're watching this very video, folk horror-inspired Dungeons & Dragons, and I think you'll really dig it, so check it out.
Yes, and Luke, where can people find more of your antics?
Oh yes, you can find my antics at youtube.com/@normaladultluke. Yes, the @ is important. Yes, it's annoying. Sort it out, YouTube. What the hell is that? Thanks for watching.
Bye!